Well, hello there. Very good morning. Welcome to YouGarden TV. It's so good to have your company, as always. My name's Charlie. We're here with the lovely Bex. Bex, good to see you. Very good morning.
Always. Nice to be here.
Yeah, it's always what a lovely way to spend a Sunday.
I know. We say this every week, don't we? It's the best way to wake up.
I think so. Honestly, we're talking about so many creative ways to make your garden look beautiful for winter, and it's a time to really get ahead for spring, isn't it now?
Definitely. Well, there's so many jobs to do at the moment. You know, you could be doing some lawn maintenance, lawn care, but also planting your perennials in the ground. It is the best season to get your plants in the ground. Genuinely it is. A lot of people don't know that, but it is. It's the best time to get those planted. We're looking at winter colour as well, because yes, there are flowers for winter, and of course getting those spring bulbs planted. So there's something to cover all tastes. We
have absolutely got you covered, and everything we've got on the show you can plant straight away. So we've got lots of ideas. But in case you're new to YouGarden, very well welcome to you too. You can watch us every single Sunday morning. You can watch us every single Thursday morning, and we love your interaction, don't we, Bex? We really do. There are various different ways you can get in touch. You can email us in. It's ygtv@yougarden.com. Or if it's easier, go onto YouTube. It's perhaps where you're watching us from. One of the many ways you can watch us from. We've actually already had emails in from Alison, from Neil, from Andrew. We've got lovely pictures from you guys. We're going to be showing them to you very, very soon as well. And also, don't forget, if you are a YouGarden Club member, you can save a lot of money. You can get 15% off all these amazing plants, all these amazing deals on the show. And if you're not a member yet, it's £10 for the auto-renew subscription for the entire year. Here's more details for you. So yeah, look, 15% off plants and accessories. You get even more than that. 7.5% off outdoor living machinery, £20 worth of product vouchers, 2 free P&P vouchers, and you get exclusive offers and expert gardening knowledge. All that for £10 a year. Honestly, folks, for the sake of £10, you can make that back so very quickly and easily. You truly, truly could. When you look at the one-year membership, £20. At the moment, the auto-renew, like I said, it's £10. So you can join right now this morning. Join thousands of people who are YouGarden Discount Club members, and you can start saving money straight away. But yeah, do get in touch. We love to have your interaction. We really, really do. Now, look, when it comes to good deals, we're going to be talking about lots of ideas, lots of inspiration for your garden, but we're always going to be talking about brilliant prices. To make sure you get all the amazing promotions, before you check out on YouGarden.com, you must use that code. That's YGTV4025. And that also gives you, and we can't ignore this, free postage and packaging.
Yes, that's
incredible.
Everything that's within the potting shed.
Yes.
So everything that we've selected for in the potting shed, you can get that free postage with that code. If you're shopping anything else on the website, there will be a postage cost attached, but that's why you get those vouchers with your club membership, so that you can get a couple of orders from the website that have got free postage.
Absolutely right. And do you know what? If you're like me and you can't wait to look what we got right here live in the potting shed, you can shop ahead on these live incredible deals. So if you go to YouGarden.com, click live in the top right hand corner. And if you scroll down, then in fact we'll show you. You click live now, scroll down. We have got so much, everything from pansies to palms. I've got my eye on some beautiful grasses. We've got ferns on the show. We've got some fern. We've got the ferns, like I said. We've also got snowdrops. We've got olive trees and standard. We've got beautiful range of bulbs too. So don't forget those.
You've got your eye on the pennisetum, haven't you? That lovely tiny tails next to the tiny pamper there.
I know exactly where that's going to go.
Do you?
You can picture it, can't you? It's so inspiring when you got this variety.
It's lovely.
And I actually saw Sean and Adam talk about this on Thursday on YouGarden TV, and it's a lovely pink hue throughout those plumes.
It's gorgeous. Yeah. I've got one.
Have you got one?
Yeah, I couldn't resist. When we first brought it into the potting shed, I was like, that has to go.
Oh,
yeah,
honestly,
it has to go in my garden.
It's got to go in your garden. I've got mine on the salvia as well.
The Amistad.
Yeah, honestly, the purples
Charlie.
there. That's like an opulent, gorgeous purple. It's beautiful.
So stunning.
So yeah, shop ahead. We've got lots and lots to go through. Right, should we have a look? What have we got in front of us here?
We're going to go with the Sarcococca first of all for you, Charlie.
It's
have
been
you got
popular,
this one?
isn't
Have
it?
you seen this one?
I have.
It's
not actually in person.
Oh my word! Right, I want you to. I want it to be January already. No, I don't. Let's not wish the time away. But I would love you to get a smell of these flowers that appear on here, because honestly, this is the most sweet, gorgeous, rich scent that you could ever imagine, from flowers that flower in winter. So mine started flowering earlier on this year, and it was around the end of January. we can actually see the buds forming on the plant at the moment. And as you can see from the pictures there, look, you can see how the flowers form along the length of the stem. They're not massive, but you do get quite a lot of them.
Okay.
And they release a really rich, sweet, vanilla-y type scent.
Really? And that's what you want that time of the year.
Oh,
You just
my
come through
word.
Christmas, that wintry, spicy, sweet smell. That's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, honestly, and it really does fill the garden. Now, it's a wonderful source of nectar as well. You know, it's great for pollinators that are out and about at that time of year, so it's a lovely one to have in the garden. It's also got so many different attributes. So it's a shade-loving plant, but it can also grow in the sunshine as well. So you don't have to worry about where you plant this in the garden. It can go in a shady corner, it can go in a sunny spot. It's not going to be a problem. It's evergreen, so it has that lovely foliage all year round. It's also quite slow growing. Very slow growing.
So
now,
it's easy to control. And,
very controllable, yeah. And wonderful if you've got smaller gardens, smaller spaces, or just that little corner you want something to grow in. Because obviously, you know, sometimes we want a fast-growing, massive, great big plant, but sometimes it's just that nice, neat, compact little plant
yes, I know
that you
what
want
you mean,
there.
yeah.
That's
you
exactly
got
what this is
plans,
going to do.
you got ideas. If it overgrows, you have to change your plans, don't you?
Yeah.
But actually, this you can keep that there for a considerable amount of time then, can't you?
Well, the thing is with this one, because it's such a slow-growing plant, this is so very well established.
Brilliant.
You know? I mean, I'm looking at the one I got at home, and I got it as a little 9-centimetre pot one, and this one is just a little bit bigger than the one I've got, and mine's like 3 or 4 years old. Right. So I'm guessing that this is a good 4 years old.
A few years then,
yeah, it's several years for sure. It's got to be, because it's such a slow-growing plant.
John, when you think about all the love and care these get over that period of time, for that price, for £21.24, is just brilliant.
Yeah, well, it's normally 30 quid, and that is well worth it for the size and the age of the plant.
Yes.
Honestly, it really is. But then obviously you've got your £5 saving with the code, but you've also then got quite a big discount by being a club member.
Yeah,
so the price that brings it down to is phenomenal for the size and the maturity of the plant that you're getting here. Evergreen foliage, winter flowers, beautifully fragrant. You might have heard of it called Christmas box or sweet box, because it has that nickname, and it's because of that wonderful scent you get. And you can see all the buds, can't you? All the way,
yes,
look, along the length of the stems here. Now they'll just sit there maturing nicely. As I say, mine was flowering from about the end of January. So, you know, from within January, you should start seeing those flowers, then through February and sometimes going into March as well.
Well, do you know what? You've got lots to look forward to. I know, yeah, I'm looking forward to January now as well. Just look forward to experiencing that lovely, sweet scent from the Sarcococca.
It's amazing.
£21.24. And yes, you got those amazing savings, but also free postage and packaging. Just make sure you put in that code YGTV4025. So you just type in before you check out on YouGarden.com. If you've never shopped this before, very warm welcome. Even if you're not a club member, you can still get an amazing deal, but if you are, well, it unlocks that even lower price. So the item number you want here is 510579, or just scroll down on the website and you'll see all the deals there. Right, we have got emails come in. Yes, we've also got some people on YouTube as well. Let's have a look here. Big shout out to Verna. Anne's watching. Mauritius watching. We've got Neil watching too. We had a question come in from, Woodfield. Morning all. A little advice, please.
Yes.
Hello, Woodfield, first of all. Good morning.
Good morning.
Planning on returfing my lawn towards the end of October. Would that be too late to do this? And if so, what's the best time to do this?
Oh, I'm so not very good at lawn maintenance. You need Adam here for the lawn care, because he's so good with lawn care. I'm a bit rubbish with lawns. I'm great with plants. I'm great with borders.
But lawns is a tricky one, yeah.
I know reseeding right now, sort of September time, is a good time to do that. But as far as returfing is concerned, I am so sorry, I don't know the answer. Adam Walcott is your man. He's so good. If you search Adam Walcott on YouTube, in actual fact, he has his own YouTube page, and I know he's got loads of videos on there about, you know, lawn maintenance, garden care, etc., etc. He's definitely got information. I'm so sorry. I will never lie to you. Lawn care is not my bag.
But thanks for the interaction with Phil. Let us know actually if you've managed to find it. It'd be great. But thank you so much, and we all love sharing ideas and tips. So bless you. Have a lovely rest of your day. Any more comments? Let's know what your favourites are. Maybe you've got something in your basket already. Let's know what plans you have. Right, we have got an incredible palm. Now, for the price, for how big this is, Beck, seriously, this is extraordinary value.
Again, we have got a slow-growing beauty here. Now, Chamaerops normally grows, I mean, in these kinds of conditions, in the UK, we're talking maybe 10 centimetres a year.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a little bit more.
Well, I've got one of these, yeah.
Have you?
I've got one, but I paid a lot more for a lot less, genuinely.
Really?
I can show you pictures. I've got it in a big, massive terracotta pot, and it looks great, but I wish I got this one.
Yeah,
I do.
well, I mean, as a slow-growing plant, sometimes it's better to go for the slightly bigger, slightly more mature ones, you know, because obviously you'll be waiting for it to get to these kinds of sizes.
Don't you?
You want the impact, and certainly with something like this is very impactful. Like that, in a gorgeous pot, you know, pride of place, and you have got the most outstanding evergreen, tropical-looking plant. Now, it is hardy. It can definitely cope with some minus temperatures. It can go down to -5 quite happily, certainly with the sort of level of establishment that you've got here. So I would pick a nice sort of sunny, sheltered spot in the garden, and that will be one of the most outstanding things that you've got in your garden.
It can take you on a holiday, can't it, without
It can take you on holiday just by stepping out into your back garden. It has got the RHS Award of Garden Merit as well. Now, if we think about how that is awarded, the RHS will take plants, they will put them through their paces, they will test them, they will trial them, they'll trial them in various different locations, and you know, it has to meet a very strict level of criteria to be given that. So we bring a lot of plants who've got the RHS Award of Garden Merit, and sometimes I go, oh yeah, it's got this award.
So it's a very proud, it's a proud thing then, isn't it?
Of course, it is an absolute big deal. You can see the multiple stems that you've got coming off here, and if I can get into the centre without, because it does have a few spikes on it, so just beware. Can you see that one in the centre there? Look, hang on, here we go. In fact, there's 3 of them. Right in this, 4, 5. There's loads of them.
Wow,
these are new shoots coming up, and these are then going to open up into the beautiful fans that you can see on the other leaves.
See. So that's starting
Yeah, so it comes up like this, like a solid bit, and then as it matures, it opens up and creates those wonderful fans that you can see. The shadows this creates is
nice.
Really
Across your
pretty.
patio, perhaps, down your garden path. Honestly, it is so well established, this already. I
kind of want this as well.
Yeah, honestly, I've really got my eye on a few things. I know I say that every time I'm here, don't I? But it's true. It's so inspiring being here, looking at these. Well, how about this? Normally, £34.99. That's the recommended kind of retail price for this. And that is bang on.
It is, isn't it?
I would happily pay like 40, 45 actually for something like this. But today, if you buy this live from YouGarden TV, and if you're a club member, £25.49 and no postage and packaging. Just make sure you use that code.
I mean, I genuinely think if you walked into and we often say garden centres, and I'm so sorry because I love going to the garden centre.
I do. I love a day out there, yeah.
But you know, you would pay. If you looked at that and it had an £80 price tag on it, you'd be like, yeah, fair dues.
You wouldn't be, you'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, because it's
You'd
so
expect
big.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
But the reason why we could do these prices, these amazing prices, we get through a lot. We get through lots, so everyone's happy. You know, for £25.49. Again, for the size of it, where are you going to put that? Add some architectural plants into your garden. They create an atmosphere in people's homes. They really do these. So 680029. But if you love architectural plants, like some traditional British plants, we've got those for you too. The compost, by the way, is always something that's so very popular. It's one of the biggest selling items, Bex.
It is, yeah, absolutely. So always, every year, this is the item that we sell the absolute most of because, well, everybody needs compost for whatever plants they're planting. And this is the compost that's going to work for nearly everything in your garden. We've got a couple of items, or certainly one, we've got the heathers on, they need an ericaceous compost. But the majority of things that you're planting in your garden, they need a profession. They need a professional compost. They absolutely need it.
They do.
And this is your multi-purpose compost that you can use all over your garden and even for repotting houseplants. So this is perfect.
Inside as well.
Inside as well, definitely. Now, it's a professional compost because this is the compost we use here at the nursery. It's premium because it's got a wonderful blend, a mixture of premium ingredients in here. And the compost that you use makes a difference to the kind of plants that you're going to then or the results that you're going to achieve in your garden.
It's worth every effort. It's worth every penny, whatever you're using it for.
Every penny. It genuinely is. Please don't think that you will get the same kind of results with that cheaper and we always say it, There are cheaper composts out
Yeah,
there.
I've bought them, yeah.
There are.
They smell actually as well. They're like claggy, clayey. Honestly, as soon as you put your hand in the bag when you get this home, you will know that it's something completely unique. It's really different to the others I've seen.
Well, look, so here, I've just picked this up. So this is composted wood fibre. Now, you'll find little clumps of this throughout the compost. Now, don't panic about that. It just sort of works its way through. But this is a really important ingredient. There's about, I mean, a good half of the compost is made up of this really well composted wood fibre. No great big sticks, lumps, chunks. You've bought those
find
cheaper
that, don't you,
composts
normally?
and you've had
Yeah,
to take all those bits out. You don't get that in here. It's really well composted. And that composted wood fibre helps with the texture, the lightness, the airiness, which then allows roots to be able to grow and form these kinds of root structures. A strong, healthy root structure means a strong, healthy plant, which is going to give you more flowers, bigger fruit yields, better crops of potatoes and vegetables and things.
More vivid colours and blooms and so on.
You've got a slow release fertiliser. You've got a wetting agent in here. It's pH balanced, so it's in exactly the right spot for the plants you're going to put in there.
Joe, there's so much to it, and the proof's in the pudding. Really, it says an awful lot. I think, Bex, when people come back to buy more because they've experienced the results. They think, no, I'm buying more, and that's what people often do. Try some for yourself. Now, the price per litre is one of the best we've done in recent times, so this is truly a fantastic offer. You're going to get two 40-litre bags for £16.97. That's incredible if you're a club member. It's 100064. Now, folks, please don't forget, if you're not a club member, you can become one today. It's £10 for the annual auto-renew.
Yeah, you can save on your first order.
You can. You might even make that money back in your first order. Who knows? Right, the famous favourites table. It's always a pleasure being here. Right, the Pampas.
Yeah.
Love this, the tiny pamper.
I love the tiny pamper. It's so exciting. I planted these for the first time myself this year. Can't believe it's taken me this long to get them, but I did, and I absolutely adore them. It's fast become one of the favourites. It's certainly one of the favourite things in my garden.
Is it really?
Year.
Oh, wow.
Genuinely, just absolutely adore this. Got them as 9cm pots earlier on in the year. Now, as you can see, these are 9cm pots. Each one of the ones we're showing you is flowering. Cannot guarantee that yours will come with a flower on, but they do have the ability to flower, and that's why we've brought those ones in for you. Mine has now got, one of them has 10 flower plumes on, planted as 9cm pots just earlier on this year, and it is the most stunning thing in the garden. I think it is fan-flipping-tastic.
Yeah, well, it is, isn't it?
Now, they are winter hardy plants. They are drought tolerant plants as well. Once they get established, they can cope with periods of drought quite happily. They just want a nice sunny spot in the garden. They can be container grown. And sorry, I haven't said the most important thing. It's a tiny pampas. I should have led with that.
Because sometimes the
others gardener's watching, he's swearing at me right now.
Right.
The most important thing you need to know is it only grows to about 60 by 60 centimetres. It's not one of those monsters.
Yeah, because they can get a bit out of hand, can't they? But not this one.
This is mine, by the way. So planted as that 9cm pot earlier on in the year. You can see how it's filled out. 4th of March I planted it, and this was filmed in August, towards the end of August, and this is the flowers that have been produced. You see how many I've got on this first year. I'm going to get more next year, and actually I know that the flower plumes are going to be even more impressive. Having seen Sean's, who's had his for 3 years, his are bigger and fluffier.
I remember seeing that picture. They're
bigger and fluffier, so I know that I've still got lots to look forward to with mine. It's going to get better in the years to come.
Honestly, and I think the fact it stays fairly compact, it always looks quite neat, doesn't it? It always looks like looked after.
Yeah.
So for pots, absolutely perfect then,
very low maintenance as well. There's very little you need to do with them. Like, you can leave the flower plumes on over winter. They come through late summer, giving you autumn interest, and you can leave them on over winter if you want to. You can cut them when they're in their prime. You can hang them upside down and dry them.
Oh, for inside use?
Indeed, yeah, absolutely. I heard spraying hairspray on them can help them to stay together as well.
That's a good idea.
But dry them and use them for your interior decoration.
Flower arrangements and so on. Oh,
absolutely.
Love
and then
that.
in summer, no, not summer, in springtime, all you need to do is a little tidy up of some of the foliage. Obviously, it remains sort of evergreen. Sometimes in colder areas, these can turn a little bit tan-coloured. All you've got to do is sort of give it a little tidy up in springtime, you've got that evergreen grass, and then it will flower again for you in that year.
Really, honestly, I think the way these just gently sway in the wind is a lovely, lovely thing. And do you know, it's the rustle, that comforting rustle of the grass. It's just a beautiful thing to behold. So for £16, 98 pence, you're going to get one of these in a 9-centimetre pot. So 560-991. Have you got your tiny pamper? Maybe one of the many individuals who's already bought this. We'd love to hear. In fact, Neil has just commented on YouTube. Hello, Neil. Very good morning to you. He says, love the tiny pamper. Got mine next to the tiny tails and Salvia amistad. Oh, what a great choice. I bet they look fantastic together.
They do,
actually.
yeah. I'm so glad I've got the tiny tails and the tiny pamper now. I think they're a lovely little combination.
They'd be great together, wouldn't they? Gillian's been in touch. Oh, Gillian says, and a good point, morning guys, hope you all survived the storms. Yes, hope you're all safe and sound wherever you're watching from. Yeah. Neil says it's just a bit damaged, some fence panels that need replacing anyway. Yeah, I hope you're okay there, Neil. And yeah, I know it has been quite hairy across the country, hasn't it? But yeah, hope you're all safe and sound, and thanks as always for joining us this morning. Right, so we've got the tiny pamper.
Yes, we're going to go Pansy Cool Wave now.
This is a firm favourite for quite a while now.
I mean, for several years we've been bringing the Pansy Cool Wave, and it is an amazing one. This is how you get flowers, colour in your garden for up to 10 months of the year, but starting from now...
So 10 months?
10 months. So these have been flowering throughout September. You get them now, you get them planted, they'll be flowering for you October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May and June.
And that's multiple colours too, you're talking.
Indeed. So Pansy Cool Wave, you've got the purples, you've got the whites, you've got the beautiful yellows, you've got some lovely lilac tones in there as well. And this flowers constantly. You've got to do a few things. You can't just plant them and leave them, but it's nice, easy care. I'll talk you through it. Just these waves of beautiful flowers that appear through the coldest, darkest, most miserable months. Now, these are also trailing. So this was a breeding breakthrough when these first came onto the market. You've got a flowering pansy that will flower for up to 10 months of the year. It will trail by about 30 or 40 centimetres, and it can be perennial as well if you want to. So you can get these to come back next winter for you. Now, how you plant them is entirely up to you. They're perfect for hanging baskets. As you can see, this is the kind of
for the trailing aspect. Yes.
Of course, you could go in pots and containers. They'll tumble and trail over the edges. Yeah. I imagine you could probably plant them in the ground as well. You know, you can get sort of trailing plants as ground cover. I personally prefer them trailing over the tops of pots and hanging baskets, but it's entirely up to you. Now, to look after them, keep them watered. Some people think they don't have to water throughout the autumn and winter months because we get a bit of rain and what have you. But just imagine a really windy day and how fast that can dry out a pot or a hanging basket.
Good point, yes.
It can dry them out. And also hanging baskets sit under the eaves of the house normally. So even when it's rained, sometimes they're protected by the eaves of the house.
Yes, of course.
So just keep an eye on the water levels. Deadheading, it's a job I need to do with my hanging baskets. I've got the Pansy Cool Waves hanging up. Once a week maybe. Just go and spend 5-10 minutes just pinching out the dead heads. Remove those, seed pods. You don't need those because the plant will stop flowering. So just do a little bit of deadheading.
As you're passing by, if you notice one.
You could do it every day, just take a few dead heads off as you walk in the house or out the house. Just do that.
So sorry, when it comes to watering then, like, do you slow it down throughout the winter months? Or
I mean, you're going to, because obviously it is a little bit more moist. You haven't got the sun, as hot, drying things out. But just have a little feel inside the pots and see if they need a water.
Just check it,
Just keep an eye on it. Just don't ignore them entirely. And a little feed would go a long way as well. So again, not as often as you would in the summertime, but maybe once a month. Just a little bit of our blooming fast feed, just to help them. These are prolific flowerers. You've got to think about the amount of energy and nutrients they are using.
They use up a lot
to give that amount of flowers. So you've got to give it a little bit back.
Makes sense. Makes total sense.
They're garden ready. So
nice.
They come in the garden ready packets that you can see here.
So you get 10 garden ready.
What does garden ready mean?
So that's less than £1 each.
Yeah.
If you're £1 each, or less than £1 if you're a club member.
So garden ready means they are ready to plant in your garden.
Oh,
they have been grown on
to
the stage, to the size that means that you don't have to do any growing on. You can plant them straight out. A plug plant just needs a little bit of growing on. Even if it's winter hardy, you should grow it on a little bit before planting out. These you don't need to worry. You can get them planted straight into your chosen location. The sooner the better.
Yes.
We want them, I mean, they're flowering quite beautifully now, but we want them to get flowering before the really cold weather comes.
Yeah. So
it won't kill them off.
So it's not too late, but get cracking. So as soon as you get home.
You want the flowers before that cold weather comes, because if you plant them a little bit too late, they'll still survive through the winter. They just won't have got started.
We want that colour, don't we?
We want the colour, so get them now and get them planted.
Well, Joe Bex, I think it's always nice to have colour in your garden throughout the year, but I think actually now, especially when it comes to winter, you really, really want that colour, don't you? Well, look, it's 10 garden ready plants. If you want to add a little bit more life and soul to your garden in those gloomier months, go for the cool way. Why not? £8.49 for 10 of them. Right, Joe, half an hour in already.
I know, we need to get quick cracking.
Right, so we've got the Spring Fever mix.
Yeah, so polyanthus. Now, this is another one that's going to flower for you throughout the winter months. We're talking, I mean, normally from about November through to April, but you can see there's a cheeky little flower poking its little head up on this plant at the moment. So, you know, you might get flowers a little bit earlier. Look at the graduation of colour that you get on them as well. They're really, really pretty. Nice and compact. Each one will reach about 25 by 25 centimetres. Very prolific flowering ability here. You've got that multi-flora variety, so you're getting, you know, different varieties included in there. You're getting some that are slightly double flowers as well with the layers of petals. You do need to just do a little bit of deadheading to keep those blooms coming. A perennial plant for you that you can put into, I think these work great in little pots.
Yeah, they'd be lovely.
Window boxes.
Well, the stem goes quite tall here, so you get the blooms, it sort of just pushes it just above the foliage.
Yeah, and I love the foliage.
You see all of that gorgeous colour.
It's got that kind of lovely cabbagey foliage to it as well. I think it's lovely, and it's the perfect backdrop for those gorgeous flowers.
Well, there we go, Joy. 10 garden-ready plants. Again, they're less than £1 each, folks, if you're in the club. It's £8.49. Delivered for that price. Just make sure, of course, you use the code YGTV4025. So that's 410013. Now, the heather. My parents have got very much of an ericaceous kind of garden. This would be so perfect. I'm thinking of presents and all sorts for them now with this.
Well, my mum just a little while ago she replanted the front garden. She's always loved being in the garden, but she's getting on a little bit now.
Right.
So she still wants to get out in the garden, but she wants some lower maintenance areas, which is what she did in the front garden. And she replanted with heather, because this is an amazing plant. If you want something that's going to look good all year round, but is also just wonderfully low maintenance, this is the plant for you.
So traditional looking.
Gorgeous.
I love it. Yeah.
And it looks good no matter the season. It's exceptional because you've got evergreen foliage on there. You've got the wonderful flowers that appear late summer and going into autumn. You're getting a mixture included in here as well. You're going to get 3 9-centimetre pots. I'll just grab one of those so you can see, because they're sitting in a basket. So you're going to get 3 different varieties, and just look at those colours that you're getting on those flowers. They are the most stunning low maintenance plant. They can cope in a sunny spot quite happily. They produce lovely ground cover as well, which is great for suppressing weeds coming through. And all you've got to do is maybe a once annual prune. So flowers are coming through right now. Give them a little trim back after flowering, just to sort of maintain the size, give the plant a little bit more oomph, and it will do it all again for you next year.
I like it. I didn't think about the weed suppressing
anything ground cover, obviously, it's going to stop the weeds coming through. But this is why we want to fill gaps in borders. This is why Adam's very keen on never being able to see any bit of ground, any bit of soil, because it suppresses, he thinks it looks
blocks
ugly.
The light,
but it blocks the light, and it stops the weeds coming through. It can help to maintain moisture in the ground as well.
And more plants the merrier, I think. More plants.
Yeah, always.
There we go, right, the heather collection. So that's 3 9-centimetre pots, again, for a brilliant price, normally around about £20 mark. But today, here on YouGarden TV, £11.02.
That's brilliant for 3 pots.
Brilliant. For all that heather, I'd run for that one. It's 511622. A big shout out once again to people watching on YouTube. Neil's still with us, Marissa's still with us. Hello guys, Anne's watching too, of course. James says, morning everyone, from a sunny day in Northumberland. Good to hear that, James.
Nice place.
Yeah, it's a lovely part of the world, isn't it? Lovely part. But thanks again for wherever you're watching from. Okay, now we've also got the fern collection right in front of us too.
Well, we've got the evergreen fern collection for you as well. Now, this is what I love about this, because it means that you're going to have foliage all year round.
Nice.
These are amazing in the shady spots in the garden as well. So we love plants that can fill the shady corners, because those can be the tricky areas of the garden.
Yeah, makes sense.
Not as many things will grow there, but ferns look amazing. Also, they give that kind of, Jurassic ancient feel to
I want my house to like Jurassic Park. And then we go, we're going to fill my garden with them.
Absolutely, and you're going to get 3 different varieties here. I can't guarantee exactly which varieties you're going to get, because it very much depends on what we've got in stock what we've got available, but you will get 3 different varieties. And this is all about making sure that you've filled the gaps in the shady corners, that you've got something that's going to look good all year round. And another thing we love about ferns is they are trouble-free.
Yeah,
so you don't really need to do anything to them. You don't need to prune them. You don't need to trim them. They don't get affected by slugs and snails and things like that. No, they don't tend to go for them at all. I think they're one of the most ancient plants in the world. I just think they've evolved past the point of
they just fit into
anything.
any garden, these, don't they? And you know, it just lets the greenery speak for itself. The different shapes of the leaves, the different size. There's something just so beautifully pure when it comes to this. Now you can see details on your screen. That's going to be for the heather collection. That is very, very popular. Well done if you got that heather. But now you can see the details for the fern. It's 3 pots. You're going to get a variety, 3 different ones, a variety there for £15.27. So yeah, again, add in that code, folks. Get that low price. That code unlocks all these amazing promotions and of course free postage and packaging. So 560213. Absolutely love that. Now, do you know what? I always sport for choice here. I always try and pick out mentally in my head my top 3. It's always a challenge. But the next one is absolutely, unquestionably in my top 3. In fact, I'm going to order this, and of course it's the Pedisatum.
Yeah, the tiny tails.
It is stunning, this.
I think it is beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, a few people have asked us in the past, actually, about tiny pamper, and is there a pink tiny pamper? I don't know. I did put the question to the head gardener a little while ago. He hasn't come back to me yet, so I'm going to chase him up on it and find out. Doesn't matter. We've got one here. So look at the beautiful pink tiny tails that we've got on here. So in opposition to the tiny pamper, which stands quite erect and, you know, upright, this one has this wonderful movement to it. These gorgeous tactile, beautiful flower plumes on here. You can't help but touch them. They're so soft, they're gorgeous. And of course, you've got this amazing contrast with the foliage there as well. Real dark foliage, really dark, moody, brown, almost black coloured foliage, but then with the green running through it as well. I don't know why anybody wouldn't want this in the garden.
It looks so sophisticated.
I know we've all got different tastes.
Yes, of course, but this is, I just love grasses, everything ornamental grasses, there's always up my street. But this is that added interest, those plumes. It's the colours, it's the lovely warming pink tones that really, really attracts me to this. And it's actually the size that I find so manageable. You could put this in like big pots then, could you?
Absolutely, it can stay in a container, it doesn't get massive. I mean, we're talking, sort of the size we're looking at is almost its full size, I reckon. You know, it gets to about 50 centimetres height and 30 centimetres spread is our guidance on this. So yes, container gardening, perfect. Smaller garden spaces, perfect. Even massive gardens, like Sean, you know, he's got a really big garden. He would find a place for this. You know, it's for every single garden out there. Now, it's hardy. It can cope with minus temperatures. I'm gonna choose a slightly. I mean, look, my garden's quite sheltered. I'm going to choose a sort of sheltered location for it.
Bit of shelter, okay.
I would recommend it. Just a little bit of a sheltered location. It's going to be fine in most weathers. I think if you're living in the really extreme parts of the country, you might want to consider a bit more extra winter protection, moving the pot, mulching, that sort of thing. But for most areas of the country, it's going to be fine. Just leave it alone.
I'm inspired by that.
I think it's stunning.
You just want it in your garden, don't you?
Look at that.
And you haven't got to spend a lot on this. Normally, if around on your travels, you may have seen this or something similar for £29.99. That would be the recommended retail price, but now it's £18.69 for something that's got such a presence that's worth every single penny. If you're like me, you love your grasses, if you love the look that Pampers can give you, because it does remind me of that a little bit. If that's up your street, then you will love the tiny tails.
The movement as well. Like, I'm just trying to pretend I'm the wind. But
doing a great job there.
Thanks.
A nice breeze.
The movement that creates in the garden as well. It's pretty.
Yeah, we'll get a fan next week. But if it is here next week, who knows? Whilst it's in stock, folks, I would not miss out. It's £18.69 again, so 561370. I know I always change my favourites, but I think that has to be. I love that salvia, but that is beautiful. It really is. Right, we've got so much variety. We've got some bulbs next. Yeah,
we've got the Glory of the Snow, or Chionodoxa. Now, these are one of the earliest flowering of your bulbs. These can... Oh, no, hang on, I'm mixing myself up. I'm so sorry.
There's a lot on the show, I don't blame you.
I am mixing myself up. Get in the bin, absolutely.
Oh,
apologies.
rude.
Let me start again. This is Cheonodoxa, also known as Glory of the Snow. Now, they can be quite early flowering. We're talking anywhere from sort of late February going into March and April time. You're going to get 60 of the bulbs in. Is it 60? Is that right? It is 60. Oh, my word. OK, you're going to get 60 of these bulbs.
$8.49.
I know. Right, don't panic about
Give some
how
to a
many
neighbour,
you're
a
getting.
friend, 60.
You're going to plant them quite close together. These need to be in clusters. I mean, I'd probably plant 2 clusters of 30 of these, or maybe 3 20s. So it's not going to take you long to get them planted out. They don't get massive, maybe about 10, 15 centimetres in height. Beautiful colours of flowers that you're getting there as well. You can create lovely drifts with these. They can cope in a sunny spot, and a part shady spot's going to be absolutely fine for them. But now is the time. Now is the time to start planning your spring garden. What were you missing this year? What wasn't in the garden?
Yeah, good point, yeah.
Get that wonderful mixture. You know, I do a lot of tulips every year, but it's time to maybe think about some other
Something
things
different now. Mix it up a bit, perhaps.
Under plant, under shrubs, bushes, trees, those sorts of things. The Cheonodoxa is the sort of thing that I would put in those locations.
OK, and do you know, they're so charming. They're just so cute, aren't they? They're sweet. 60 bulbs for £8.49, so 600 155. Right, now, you know what? Lots of people had their favourites when it comes to, well, a variety of plants. But when it comes to snowdrops, I think that's so universal.
Oh, yeah.
People, I don't know anyone who doesn't appreciate looking at those lovely snowdrops. You can't go wrong with them. And well, you're a big fan. Adam's a big fan of too, of course. This is the absolute one to get. If you're looking for snowdrops, please get these ones.
Well, we've got another award-winning one. So the Cheonodoxa and the Snowdrop both have the RHS Award of Garden Merit. So we are talking about award-winning flowers here. And there is no more beautiful sight in sort of January time. And this is the earliest flowering, isn't it? This is the one that pops its head up. It's the bravest of all of those bulbs. Because even in January, the worst month of the year, February, well, January and February, this is a tie. Those two are just the worst months. We're miserable after Christmas. It's cold, it's dark, it's freezing cold. We can't wait for spring to come. And then you see those wonderful snowdrops. These are just the most beautiful thing in the garden. Again, nice and compact, only reaching about 10 centimetres. Clump forming, though. I mean, you've seen them, haven't you? There's a lovely little woodland area just by the river in the village where I live.
It's just like a carpet of colours, white, isn't it?
And it's the most stunning thing. I go and look at it every single year because it looks so pretty.
It's the sort of thing people would pull over just to appreciate, or
100%.
just pause and take a moment, don't you, with snowdrops?
And it's underneath these trees, but then the sun sort of shines through, because obviously the sun's low in the ground, low in the sky at that time of year, and it just sort of shines through between the trees. It is magical.
It is magical, that, isn't it?
Definitely.
It's that time of the day when you appreciate, just when the sun's risen and you just see that, it's that lovely clarity of colour. In this case, you've got that beautiful, beautiful crisp white. So £8.49 for 20 of them. So 600 120. Let's know where you're going to put these. You know, there's something quite tranquil about looking at snowdrops, and I don't know anyone who wouldn't appreciate them. I really don't.
Yeah, they're lovely. And again, these are the sorts of things that can grow.
How deep would you plant them, sorry?
About 3 times the depth of the height of the bulb.
OK, lovely.
It's a general rule. Some bulbs are slightly different, but snowdrops definitely fit into that category. And it does come with the planting instructions on the bag. You've got the depths and the spacing and things there as well. You could grow them in pots and containers if you want, but this is a bulb that will naturalise quite happily in the ground. So I think if you can, get them in the ground, and then they will just multiply and spread and come back for you every single year. If you're a container gardener, though, don't be put off. You can absolutely grow these in containers as well. So that's the sort of bulb that you will be getting. And again, just 3 times the depth of the height of the bulb. Well,
there we go. Get a bag of them. You might be multi-buying these. Maybe you've got big plans for snowdrops. It's £8.49 for a bag of 20. So absolutely stock up on that. So 600 128. Make sure you type in that code. I know I keep saying that. It unlocks all these amazing promotions, and it makes sure you get free postage and packaging too for everything here live on the show. We've got some pictures we're going to be showing you very shortly too, so keep them coming through. Right, Agapanthus. I've got a few varieties actually in my garden. Yeah, love them, absolutely love them. Do you know what, I was worried actually this year. I struggled to get them to bloom. Then out of nowhere, they just came to life.
fabulous.
They really did. I love my agapanthus.
No, I'm a big fan of agapanthus. They are a spectacular flower. This is no shrinking violet here. This is definitely a standout flower in the garden, isn't it? You know, when these are in bloom, they're amazing. And the popping purple is a good one because this is a reblooming variety. So it can send up loads and loads of flower spikes for you. You don't just get one, you know, set of flowers and that's it, it's done. You can get multiples, and this can be flowering for you between the months of June and September. We're obviously on the, whatever it is now, 5th or 6th of October. And we've still got some flower heads on the ones here at the nursery.
I know you've done well.
So it's quite a good one because you can get extended colour from the agapanthus. A lot of agapanthus was done and dusted ages ago, but this one, because you've got that reblooming variety, it can give you a slightly longer period of flowering. They're not the big ones, but they can get to about maybe 50 or 60 centimetres in height. Perfect for container gardening. Remember that agapanthus love a hug. They like their roots to be restricted. That's how you get them to flower. If you give them too much space at the roots, they just luxuriate in it and they go, nah, I'm not going to give you any flowers, I'm just going to give you foliage.
So restrict it a bit then?
Yeah, look, this is a restricted root. This is why we've got flowers on these. So just think about that when you're planting. You can plant them into borders, but what you could do is maybe plant them in nursery pots in borders, because then they're still getting a hug, but it looks like it's been planted into the border. Or you can really pack it in tightly with other plants.
It's interesting. I've got two the same. One's in quite a big pot and it hasn't flowered as much as the companion.
That'll be why.
So that'll be why. I thought it was the position. Oh, that could be why.
It loves, I mean, it likes a sunny spot, but it likes to have its roots hugged. So, as I say, a trick that people do is nursery pots with the holes, bury it in a bed or in another pot.
That's such a good idea.
And that's how you get them to carry on flowering. Also, don't treat them to our compost. I know. It's one of the plants I'm going to say no, they like fairly nutrient poor soil. You've got to treat them mean, basically.
Yeah, oh, bless
them. Treat them mean. Keeps them flowering.
Keeps them flowering.
They don't want nutrient-rich soil, and they don't want too much space.
Right, that's good. That's good tips. I remember that. And with agapanthus, it's the height.
I've learned because I had the same problem.
Did you?
It took me years to get mine to flower, and it's because I gave them our compost and I planted them in the ground.
Too much space. This is it. Obviously, I hope that saves you some time, but they're going to look gorgeous. Therefore, with agapanthus, it's just the height, and puts this beautiful globe of colour on this pedestal. Yeah. There's something about agapanthus. Honestly, they always pop out in every garden, I think, don't they, for that reason? So yeah, £16 at 97. So that's 3 9-centimetre pots. So it's 963. Loving that one. Right, we can't ignore Rose of the Year.
2023, yeah.
Wow, and it's still so popular.
Yeah, a lovely award-winning rose. Now, there is an award every single year, Rose of the Year, and a rose wins it every year, surprisingly. Who would have thought?
I latch on quickly.
But it's rare for a climbing rose to win it. Obviously, it's more shrub roses and things that tend to win it, but this one has won it. And when you see these beautiful flowers, you're definitely going to understand why. Also, it's a slightly shorter climber, so maybe not getting quite as tall as others, and that might be perfect for certain gardens. Maybe reaching about 2 metres in height. So if you're thinking about
maybe a fence or something,
I was thinking maybe a fence or an archway, rather than it being a really vigorous climber that's going to reach 3 metres. You want one a little bit smaller,
or like an obelisk or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be perfect.
Perfect. Yeah. An obelisk in a pot would be the ideal scenario for this one. Also, I often talk about with climbing roses how most of the time, not every time, but most of the time, you're maybe going to want to go for 2 of them, particularly if it's going over an archway or over a pergola. And this is why I love it when we have our Rose of the Week, because we do a different one every single week on this special deal, because normally it'd be 30 quid, 29.99, but as a discount club price, you're paying 15.29. So you're basically getting, they're give or take 60p. You're getting 2 roses for the same price of one.
What would you normally pay for just one? Yeah, think of it that way. Yeah, if you want that symmetry, then go for it. I think so. Rose of the Year 2023, and it's still
lovely scent on it as well. So this one's got a beautiful scent to it, sort of sweet, spicy. You know, not indistinct at all. We sort of to say light, medium, or strong, and I'm definitely going to put this in the medium strong.
It's what you'd want from a rose, then, isn't it? Really,
Definitely.
it's got such a depth of warmth
to
that colour. Honestly, You can't go wrong with that. And with a peach, it's going to fit in, because some can be quite cool in terms of a little bit too pale, but that is like a happy medium, I think. That's bound to fit in. You've got the peach Melba. Even that makes me hungry. That's very traditional pudding, and it's a beautiful, beautiful colour for a rose too. So yeah, £15, 29 pence for a climbing rose. Wow. It's 531014. If you've already got this, please let us know. If you can send us pictures in of this, that would be so good. Really, really would. Right, we've got lots more to get ready for. We're going to be showing some photos very soon too. Thanks. Keep your emails coming in. ygtv@yougarden.com, of course. Right, now the tiny pamper, by the way, we looked at this earlier on in the show. This has been very popular in recent times. So, do you know what, when it comes to Pampers, you think, oh, that's going to get a bit too overpowering, it's going to get out of control. No, this actually stays quite compact. So if you've got big plans for your garden, if you've got the perfect position, then it's bound to be able to stay there, which is a wonderful thing. So for £16, 98 pence, try one of these. This has been on a few shows recently, reason being, people love it. So 560991. Now, sort of similar, if that's kind of your thing, if you love like your pampas, your ornamental grasses and so on, this isn't a pamper, but it looks like it. This is the tiny tails. It's the pennisatum. Now, I saw this one, YouGarden TV, when I was watching on Thursday, and I thought, I can't wait to see this morning up close and personal, because it is gorgeous. You know, it's actually such a sophisticated deep colours for the foliage, but then look at that pink you've got in those blooms. It's so stylish. There's just this understated opulence to this. It's just so classy. I love this. So for £18, 69 pence, you've got a lot for your money there. A lot for your money in a 19cm pot. The one we've got in the studio is pretty much at the height you can expect. So 561370. And yeah, you can put it in pots. It still stays compact too. Now the Sarcococca, how about beautiful fragrance and a beautiful white, fresh white against that evergreen foliage during winter. So I know Bex and I are looking forward to January, not because we're rushing Christmas away. I love Christmas. I'm a man of tradition. I love that time of the year. But January, it's not almost the most pretty months, but it's bound to be once you've got this, because you're going to be smelling that gorgeous, sweet, spicy scent from those flowers. And what a perfect scent as well, right, to have in that time of the year. There's something so warming about it. Right, £21, 24 pence. It's 510579. Right, talking about colour, right? If you've got that area, maybe got those brackets that's got nothing hanging on it, or maybe it's on the side of your house, yeah, we've been putting it off, maybe we're looking forward to that plant that's perfect for your empty hanging baskets, then go for the Panty Cool Wave. This can flower, right, for 10 months of the year. 10 months. And honestly, gardens, you know, can be a bit dreary. Honestly, February is my least favourite month of the year. You know, January, I'm quite grateful for a bit of a break, but actually for the partying. But I don't know, when it comes to end of January, February, I really want to get in the garden. I'm thinking of my plans for summer. This is going to keep your garden looking colourful and gorgeous throughout those winter months, folks. And it's £8.49. For 10 of them. Garden ready plants, put them straight in your garden, your pots, maybe your higher pots, maybe your hanging baskets, they're going to be great. So 400, that's 967. If you've already got these, send us some pictures if you can, or guys on YouTube, have you got them? Let us know how you got on. What sort of colours are you expecting? Well, when it comes to gardening, yes, whether it's fruit trees, whether it's bigger plants, whether it's just for sort of garden household maintenance, then we always need pots. Well, these are the heavy-duty pots. Now, since my very first show here at YouGarden, I was looking at pots at various different sizes. But here we have the four 40cm diameter. In other words, it's 30-litre pots here. So it's £15, 27 pence for all four of them. These are so very strong. You'd struggle to break these. They're so robust. I couldn't believe it. But what's important for me is the drainage holes. And you've got lots and lots of drainage holes, but you've also got channels just going up a few centimetres on the base of the side of the pot. So you haven't really got to worry about pot feet even with these, but you're bound to find use, whether it's weeding, whether it's deadheading like Sean's doing here in his own garden, whether it's carting in all the logs from the end of your garden to put by your fire, maybe in those colder months, you're always going to find use for this. Maybe planting your Christmas trees in here. You know, why not? You've got that space. And you've also got 4 of them too, so 130011. Delivered to your door, free postage and packaging, by the way. Don't miss out on that code, YGTV4025, wherever you're buying on this live show. Put the code in anyway to unlock the best deals and, of course, to get the free P&P. Right now, the Polyhanthus, the spring fever here. For me, I love the height of the stems here because it just shows off the beautiful petals, the blooms that you get off that one stem. And you get lots of them. Look at the sort of thing, the multitude of colour that you can expect in your garden too. So you get a lovely mixture here for £8.49. They are adorable. There's something traditional looking about this, but that vivid colour is something you're bound to be looking forward to. So 410013. Okay, now, do you know what? When it comes to tradition, actually, I love heather. Do you know, I grew up in Cheshire, and there's parts of the country called the Sandstone Trail, and if you're around that part of the world, let me know. Where the most beautiful walks used to go over as a child around these hills, it was always so much heather. And honestly, I find this quite nostalgic. There's something so warming and traditional about it. And it can spread quite far. It's really good for covering quite a lot of ground and giving quite a lot of shade and helping to suppress weeds too. But for £11.02, you get a lot here, folks. You get 3 9-centimetre pots. You're probably looking at about £20 mark in garden centres, but we get through a lot of stock so we can keep these prices low and deliver directly from us to you, which is why you get such good deals, especially if you're a club member. So 511622, that is gorgeous, the 4 Seasons heather collection. Right, now that's ericaceous, of course, so you need a good ericaceous compost here. But for anything else really on the show, we recommend this. This is the premium professional compost. Now, the price per litre is one of the best we've ever done, I'm led to believe. So if you're buying this today, if you're stocking up, please believe me when I say it's a really, really good time to do that. You're going to get 2 40-litre bags. That's 2 40-litre bags for £16.97. You got 50% composted wood fibres in there. You got wetting agents in there. All the perfect ingredients to give your plants the space, the nutrients that they deserve to flourish. So 100064. Now the price per litre is absolutely fantastic. Normally you'd be looking at around £36.97. You can buy this in different size bags, but actually this deal we've got at the moment is the best value currently. So that's why lots of people are coming back for more and more and more. £16.97. I know people here buy this by the dozen, perhaps. Now, I know Adam bought an order of 10 bags, I think. Correct me if he's watching and I got that wrong, but I know he put a big order into this recently. For £16.97 is just fantastic. Okay. That club price is something that's very appealing, isn't it, right? I'm always proud of the prices here, but if you want to get the lowest price and get lots of discounts and lots of even more expert knowledge and tips, then become a club member.
If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year, we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member. And that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club.
So you can save so much money, and you can make it back quite quickly, actually. Normally it's £20 for the auto annual renew, but at the moment it's £10. And with the savings on the show, I mean, even here, for example, the compost, well, if you're not a club member, that's £90.97, but it takes £3 off, so you've already got £3 back if you're just getting the compost. So if you think about it that way, you can save a lot of money. Right, we got lots of... Should we do some photos?
Let's see some emails.
Thanks so much, guys.
I love sitting in your garden.
Now, if I'm right in saying, Alison sent this through yesterday.
Yeah,
ahead
that's
of
how Ali
today's
G gets in early.
Ali G, I like it. That's organised. If only I could be that organised. This is what Ali G had to send it. Oh, wow.
Look, I've forgotten the name, but yes, it's beautiful. It's that's not the agapanthus. That is the agapanthus, isn't it? Is that the agapanthus blush pink?
Oh, yeah.
And it's flowering.
I haven't actually seen that colour, actually. Alison.
Is that what it is, Ali?
Is there...
Did she say?
A few, morning all, a few photos taken yesterday with a few things...
She likes to leave us guessing.
Looking good in our garden at the moment. I have the pansy top wave pre-planted.
Okay, good.
Also the cool wave pre-planted. I like it. I'm waiting for the delivery of the berries and cream. They make me smile when I come out of the front door.
Here.
Oh, look
I
at
love
that.
those.
You sent us some more
looks
pictures.
good, Ali.
Oh, wow. I love your variety, Ali. Seriously.
Wow.
Yeah.
No idea what that is.
No idea, but that is going to look good. Honestly.
I like it, though. I like it.
Yeah, nice.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
What's coming up next?
Oh, they're cute.
Oh, look at those. Bright sunshine, yellow, gorgeous flowers. Beautiful.
Yeah. Honestly, these are so pretty. We've got more.
Oh, Ali sent loads in today.
I hope I haven't missed one. Forgive me if I have, Ali.
I know this one. Gerberas.
Oh, I've got the Jibs. Oh, classic. I love your camera, by the way. Look at the quality there. Can you zoom right in? Look at that.
Beautiful.
That's what we call an extreme close-up.
That's very pink, isn't it?
That's really impressive, yeah.
Nice,
Wow.
Ali.
The
Nice,
colours
Ali.
you've got there is brilliant. Ali, thank you very much indeed. That's brilliant. Neil was in touch. He sent this ahead yesterday. What have we got here? Morning, Bex, Charlie and the team. I've received my Bird of Paradise that I won as a giveaway on the Mega TikTok Live. Oh, we got it.
Well
It's fabulous. It's in a 9cm pot and it's already 3 foot tall and bursting out of its pot. What size pot would you recommend, though? Repotting it into?
Well, I wouldn't go too much larger than if you've had a look at the roots and it needs repotting, we normally say only maybe sort of 2-3 centimetres larger than the one it's in.
Yeah.
And then wait for it to fill that pot and then do the same
You bang
again.
on. Yeah. Google AI apparently agrees with that. Yeah, in a 3 foot tall plant should be planted in a 20cm or 20-inch pot. Yeah, surely. Oh no, hang on. Surely that can't be right. No, that must be huge.
The 3 foot
A 3 foot tall plant.
In a 20-inch pot. What size pot is it in?
Surely that can't be right. Oh no, that's.
No, I mean, listen, you could go...
I read that as centimetres, not inches, my bad.
So you've got the 9cm pot and they have got nice and tall. Show them the picture, Charlie.
Yeah, here you go.
It is quite tall, and I think for stability purposes, I would go in a slightly larger pot, just because obviously it has got quite tall.
Maybe not 20 inches.
But maybe not a 20 inch, no. Did it say 20 inch?
I
maybe
think
a 20 centimetre.
Yeah, 20 inch, yeah.
Yeah, a 20-inch pot is massive.
I was
maybe
thinking
a 20
centimetre,
centimetre would be absolutely fine.
Yeah, otherwise that's a huge... No, that can't be... That's a...
20 inches is massive.
It's massive, yeah. But no, good point, Neil. I hope that helps. Right, Andrew is in touch here. Oh, I like to keep the colour going as long as possible.
Andrew.
It makes the winter seem shorter. Andrew, I'm with you.
Andrew makes us proud but sick of his garden in a nice way, Andrew, because you have got the most beautiful garden and you have definitely kept the colour going. I often see your pictures that you post in the Gone Gardening group on Facebook, and you do have an absolutely stunning garden. Look at all that colour. You've really kept that going so well.
My word.
Mine looks absolutely shocking in comparison, so well done you. The begonias are still looking amazing. Well done.
That's a showroom garden.
Yeah, he always does a good job. Very nice.
Oh my word. Joe, I could sit down with a cup of tea and just look at that properly.
I bet he does. I bet he sits out in his garden so beautifully. Zoom in at the top in the middle, he's saying. Has he got nandinas up there? It does look like that. It doesn't look like nandinas. It could be. It looks like firepower.
I think they could be in the hanging baskets.
Maybe.
Joe, I love the mirror at the back there. Actually, I noticed someone said to me that's quite good.
What, mirrors in the garden?
Yeah, borrowed landscape or something it's called. It just adds depth, doesn't
Absolutely.
it? I was thinking about getting one for my garden. This is what I'm talking about. This is so inspiring that. Honestly, that's magnificent. Andrew, thank you very much. Thanks to everyone watching. These are great. Keith has been in touch. Oh, wow.
Oh, dingo.
Keith, these are beautiful.
No.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Are they the big ones? Because they look huge.
They are massive, aren't they?
They do look big. I do love them.
Look at that pink you've got there, like fuchsia.
Beautiful, aren't they?
That's magnificent. Look at that colour you got there. So I'm impressed with that. I'm really impressed. Keith, thank you very much. We got some more from Keith actually. Okay. Oh yeah, love it.
Ooh, he's got his hedychium. That is a hedychium. Look at that.
I don't think I've seen that actually.
Ginger lily.
Oh, I don't think I've seen those.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, I'm intrigued. I want to know more about them.
Stunning.
That's fantastic. And I think we've got a few more from Keith, actually. Here we go. Oh, wow.
Asters. OK, so
Asters,
I noticed the asters myself just over the last few days because asters are just so cool for this time of year.
Right.
Your late flowers that come out, and they just smother the foliage. They have these wonderful dots in the centre. There's some really rich colours to them. I love an aster. If you want late flowering, get yourself some asters because they look stunning.
They are magnificent, aren't they? It just keeps on going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really impressive. I see why you love those. I really do. Wow, one absolute treat. These are brilliant. And just finally from Keith, yeah, it's a lovely collection there. Look at the different heights, the different colours you got. So an aces at the back there.
There's aces at the back. I think that is that the peach crimson with the darker foliage because that looks like mine. And then you've got your banana plants in there as well.
But do you know what? I need some banana plants.
Yeah, they look good, don't they?
They're really tropical, don't they?
I love them.
Banana plants.
You like a bit of a tropical vibe in your garden, don't you?
I absolutely love it. Oh, I just lost that one. But that banana plants, there we go. Oh, in my head, I've spent a fortune. Right, Dave's watching.
Very happy.
Oh, there we go. We're talking about your subscription. Here we go. Hopefully, you've had problem with your subscription. We'll try and get back to you on that one. Hopefully, we can get you logged in.
But got no PMP.
We'll try and get you logged in on there. Not sure what's going on there.
Oh, Dave, do you know what? I assume you've been in touch with customer services, have you?
Maybe I don't think it's showing up properly, is it?
If you haven't been in touch with customer services, do get in touch with customer services. It sounds like maybe you have been and you haven't got the right answer. We do not have access to that side of the system, unfortunately, so it would be customer services that help you. The price of your membership will go up if you don't keep it consistent, as in if you let it lapse. So keep an eye on keep an eye on the card that you've got attached to the account, because obviously they have an expiry date. If it expires, your club membership lapses and then you will pay the higher price. But get in touch with customer services.
Yeah, wish we could help more, Dave.
They will look into it,
They'll get through that. They should sort that for you. But Dave, hope that helps, and I hope you managed to get it sorted. Thank you very much, Steve, for your email.
Thanks
as always.
Touch,
Alison says, Ali G says, morning. The tall pink flowers are the Nerines mixed.
Nerines, that's the word. That's the one I thought.
And the oranges are random gladioli.
Oh, wow.
There we go. Honestly, that's the one thing that lost me, that one.
I thought it would be a bit early for the agapanthus to be, or too late rather, for the agapanthus to be flowering. Nerine was the first thought. I just couldn't get the name in my head. Oh,
there we go. Well, great questions. Thanks so much. Any more questions, keep them coming in. ygtv@yougarden.com is the email address, or give us a YouTube comment, wherever's easiest for you. Do you know, anything as standard looks quite grand, doesn't it? Anything. It just really works.
It's elegant. That's what I really love about standards, and I've got so many different standards in my garden. garden now. And I think that it works for a few different things. A, for that elegant look.
Yeah.
It works brilliantly for smaller garden spaces because you can grow something into this, you know, the standard shape. Like, for example, the fig.
Right.
Fig plants get massive.
Yeah.
But as a standard, it only takes up the footprint of the pot that I put it in.
So
that works great for smaller garden spaces. Now, with lavenders, you've got wonderful flower heads on here. Pollinators love it.
Yeah.
So the border I had out the front garden every single summer filled with bees and butterflies, just humming with life while those flowers are there, and a delight. But you've got evergreen foliage. You've got something that's drought tolerant once it gets established, and you've got something that will last many, many years in your garden as well. Plus, you've got that gorgeous, calming, relaxing, beautiful fragrance.
There's something about it, isn't there?
Sean's got them in his pub garden.
Oh, is this the pub? I haven't been.
Yeah, you should go. It's lovely there. Nice meal.
I've heard it's lovely.
Yeah, lovely
there.
meal. And he loves these. In the centre of these, borders that he's got here, these containers, and then he underplants around it. And this is a really good thing that you can do with standards, of course, because it leaves you the space underneath. You can fit more plants in.
I thought that, yeah.
Whereas if that was a lavender in that,
it dominates that space.
It dominates it
this
entirely.
This is it. Yes.
And look, he's then underplanted. It'd be lovely to see that grown on a little bit, but he's underplanted it with all the pansies and the cool waves and stuff. So he's just got even more colour and beauty in that garden space.
That's really inspiring, actually, and he's got more than one there too. I think.
I want to squeeze his cheeks.
I know, bless. So every time that I see like a standard, especially something traditional like the lavender, I'd want two there. I want to have one either side of the entrance or down that garden path or an entrance to that pub. You can see on those planters there, he had a few of them. They look fantastic. Is it? It
smells so good. It smells good. Yeah, because it's not just the flowers though. If you get your nose into the foliage, the foliage smells amazing as well.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
And then maintenance for this is really simple. Now, a lot of people's lavender has gone over. The standards, for some reason, are looking beautiful. There's still some flowers left on them. Wait until the flowers have gone over. Wait until the pollinators aren't coming to it anymore. And then all you've got to do, and I snip.
Right.
It's not too difficult. I mean, you can obviously take a little bit more time and care over it.
That's how I cut my hair. Done.
Create a lovely rounded shape. You can use secateurs, you can use some shears, just create a nice rounded shape. Don't cut too far into the woody section. You only want to go sort of, you know, within the new season's growth. Just cut down to within the new season's growth. What that does is it keeps it nice and compact, stops it getting leggy, and encourages more flowers to come through the following year.
Because lavender can get a bit leggy. It's a good turn, that's actually.
It really annoys me when I see gappy, leggy lavender.
I've had that problem in the past. So, okay, I'll take that on board then.
It's one job a year, and you can do that any time after the flowers are faded. You can leave it through winter, or you could do it early spring, you know, late winter,
so it's fairly obvious where to cut down to.
Super simple.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a really good tip. That applies to all lavender, I suppose.
If I was cutting, let's say, this stem here, for example, I can see where the new growth has come from. This is the older growth here. This is the new growth here. I'm not going to go too far down here. I'm probably going to snip it about there.
About there, right? Got
you. And if I did that all the way over, and I wouldn't do every single stem individually, like I would just get little
So I need to get on and do some of that then at home.
Yeah, now's a really good time. If the flowers have gone over, now's a really good time. You can leave it over winter. You can do it. I wouldn't do it during winter, but I think it's a good time to do it as soon as the flowers have gone, and then you get a tiny little bit of growth that happens, which then gives you lovely look over winter, and then that's it. You don't have to touch it again until the same time the next year.
And you can relax then, can't you?
Yeah.
So I think with standards, some people like it to maybe want more of a pruned, I don't know, nurture guided kind of look, or maybe want it to do its own thing. But yeah, pruning either way sounds easy, doesn't it? So yeah, it's £25, 49 pence for one of these, and so it arrives cut like that sort of height then.
Yeah, absolutely.
So already you've got that presence, haven't you? So it's 510574. Now I think it's also in my top three. I love like deep warming. You know when you have those colours that are just so decadent and opulent.
I mean,
that's exactly what this is. It's that purple that I can't stop looking at.
Everybody needs this in their garden. I need this in my garden as well. And as soon as I've worked out where I'm living, I am definitely getting one of these in my garden as well. The Salvia amistad is just an outstanding flower. Charlie, do this.
I want all the varieties of salvias.
Do this and then have a smell.
Oh, right, okay.
Because the fragrance that you get from the... Yeah, right?
I wasn't expecting that.
Isn't that lovely?
I wouldn't even have thought to have done that.
The foliage has the most delightful scent to it.
Almost like a spicy...
I can't even describe it. It's salvia scent as far as I'm concerned. It's beautiful.
It's like a winter warmth kind of centre. So what is that?
But you've got a long flowering perennial plant here. Now this can start flowering for you earlier on in the year, from about June time, but it'll keep going and it'll keep going right the way through October and into November. So if you want something looking fantastic in your garden, when a lot of your summer flowers are starting to go over, Salvia Amistad has to be the one.
I think so. Do you know what? I've really got window boxes. Oh, you're joking.
So Matt, who's not a gardener, and he happily admits that.
Right.
He's a wonderful, producer, director, does all of that stuff. He has now started taking pictures of plants and he puts them into our WhatsApp group going, look at this, look at this.
Hooked, don't
and he's
you?
naming them as well. Like, he even knows the names of them. He's like, look at this hydrangea and salvia combination. And it's a stunning combination as well. Like, that looks amazing.
The colours as well. The height, it's actually perfect, that display. Perfect.
Pollinators go nuts for this as well. I mean, you can see, can't you? You can see that will be an absolute magnet to bees and butterflies and pollinators. It's got the RHS Award of Garden Merit. It's got their badge that says it's perfect for pollinators. It's going to grow to about 4 feet in height as well, maybe even a little bit taller if you're lucky, but about 1.2 metres. You get that stunning, opulent, deep purple colour from those flowers as well. Look at how gorgeous that is. And this opens in succession along the stem. So
it's
this
dramatic
started at the base
flow.
and it's going up to the tip. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it.
It is. Do you know what? I love all salvias. They all... There's so many different varieties, aren't there? They really are. That is just beautiful. Actually, quite a lot of salvias I've seen different varieties. They're quite lower than that. It's the height that I find appealing with this.
Fast growing as well. Now, we've talked about this a lot here. This has been chopped 3 or 4 times here at the nursery from when these first arrived on the nursery, and you can actually see the chop points down at the base here. So this bit is a perfect example, and this is something you're going to do when you get this. Okay,
yeah.
So yearly, what you'll do is you'll give it a Chelsea chop, the mad
Chelsea
chop that happens around Chelsea Flower Show time. If we look at this one here. Right, so look, that one's been chopped here. I mean, there's several of them where you can see that there's other ones that have been chopped. There was one stem here, that one got cut and it produced the 2 stems on the side, a bit like pinching out.
Okay.
And then if you follow this up to the top, what you'll see is you've now got 2 flowering heads on here where there would have been 1.
So don't be daunted by it. Have the confidence to do it.
Look, those are the 2 stems that are coming off that one, and both have got flower heads on. So this is something that you will do with yours when you've got it in your garden.
It's an important tip, that actually, isn't it, to get the most...
Chop it 2 or 3 times from Chelsea, onwards, then stop. It provides stability at the base of the plant. You get this lovely upright growth, and where there maybe would have been 5 flower stems, we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah. It's done well, hasn't it, that?
Mulch through winter. It is hardy. It can cope with some minus temperatures, but really cold areas, you're definitely going to mulch. So what I would say is do your chops, deadhead to keep the flowers coming, right the way through to the end of November, put it in a sheltered spot in the garden and stick some mulch around it, and you will have that in your garden for many years.
Do you know, Neil loves this too. Neil says, I've got the Salvia Amistad planted it in the garden. It's growing so fast and flowering.
It's a beautiful one, definitely.
Thanks for that, Neil. That's brilliant. And it is so popular. It's the height of salvias that I've seen. This is one of the most, one of the most blooming, gorgeous plants I've seen with that.
Blooming gorgeous.
Blooming gorgeous. It's £11 and 4 pence, so 560516. So salvias do vary, but that I like all of them, but that I'm really into. If you've got any questions, keep them coming through, guys. Don't forget. Oh yeah, we've got the pair of pre-planted pansy cool wave berries and cream hanging basket.
I'm disappointed you haven't knocked your head on that yet.
Multitasking.
We're going to that one, which is the berries and cream.
There we go. Right, so it's a good deal this. So you get 2 of these then, Bex?
You do. You're going to get a pair of the pre-planted berries and cream hanging baskets. They come with this bit around the side, by the way, so you're just going to cut that away. I don't know why we put that on there, to be honest with you. Stops the compost falling out? I don't think that's true. But anyway, it comes with that on. Just chop that off and take that away. It comes with the hanging bits as well that you can put on the side of the pot here. These can be removed if you want to. I've actually got these at home, but I've already got the rattan rattan hanging baskets with the cool waves hanging up, and I've only got 2 hooks.
Right.
So what I'm doing with these is I'm just using them as pots, and I'm putting them on the table.
Oh, why not? Yeah.
You can do. And then I've got the hanging bits if I want to use those at a later date. What you've got with this is the pansy cool wave. So you've got the breeding breakthrough, you've got your trailing pansy, trailing by about 30 or 40 centimetres. Eventually you won't be able to see the pot at all. It will flower for you consistently all the way through winter. Oh, hang on a
are we
minute.
looking at the... Oh, hang it.
Oh,
Have we got the wrong details?
We're checking whether we're getting the plastic pots or we're getting the rattan pots.
Should that be for the rattan or the one we've just seen? We're going to double check that for you. Forgive us, folks. There's a lot on the show.
Let's move on to this one for the time being. Hold on 1 second.
Hang on a sec for that. Yeah, we'll come back to that. Sorry, guys.
Apologies.
But this is real rattan we got here.
Yes, so this is the pansy cool wave. So we'll change the details for you because that one's wrong. This is the one that's got the mixture of colours. You're getting the purples, you're getting the yellows, you're getting the lilacs, you're getting all of the different colours included in this one. And again, this is your breeding breakthrough. This is the trailing plant, reaching about 30 centimetres in length.
We're getting the details.
Hang on, we're going to the website because we've got more details on the screen. Let's have a look on the website.
Right, so there we go. Berries and cream there.
Yeah.
We've got the cool wave. And the right, there's the rattan basket one just there. Okay.
I think we've got the wrong details on the screen, Matt. I think the graphics are wrong, my darling.
But what is on the website is correct.
What's on the website is correct. So you can get the cool wave berries and cream hanging baskets, which are in the purple pots, which are the ones that we showed you, or you can get the pansy cool wave, which have got the it's still got the berries and cream in there, but you've got the wonderful mix with the yellows in there, and those come in the rattan hanging baskets. Both of which are, you know, the breeding breakthrough, the trailing pansies, flower for up to 10 months of the year. All you've got to do with these is a little bit of deadheading, feeding, keep them watered, and both varieties can be perennial. They'll flower for you right the way up till summer next year, and then they will have run out of steam a little bit. So all you've got to do is prune them back a little bit, give them a good trim, give them a feed, and they can do it all again for you the following year. If you don't want to keep them, you can grow them as annuals, and then you can reuse your hanging baskets. Matt is showing you the details there, so you can see the pricing.
And the saving as well, saving £15, free P&P, of course. Make sure you type in that code, and there we go. So you can see, just double check the pictures, folks, but what you see on the website is absolutely correct.
Yeah, okay, what you can see here are the correct ones. It was just those details.
Yeah, it didn't line up there, but I like the rattan. It's not that plasticky rattan, it's like real rattan.
It is real rattan.
Yeah,
as well,
it's really nice. It's so rustic, it's perfect. Right, so when it comes to, well, the hanging baskets and pretty much everything else on the show, apart from like the heather, of course, we recommend this compost here. I think
it is just the ericaceous, which is the heather. Absolutely everything else.
Go easy on the agapanthus, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, agapanthus doesn't like the nutrient-rich stuff, and you have got something really nutrient-rich here.
But now, for anything else, you've got to try this.
Yeah, definitely. Once you've tried it, you see the difference. And I often talk about my own experiences here, just because I used to be the person many years ago, before I really got into gardening, and before I started to learn a lot about gardening, I just used to buy the cheapest compost available.
You think you want the best plants, but then, compost is compost.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It's not. Yeah.
But it really isn't. Composts are not made equal. And sometimes even those, really... The brands that you know, the big brands.
Yes, I know the ones.
They're still not as good.
I've bought them.
And you think you're going to
I've
trust in
used them.
that brand.
Yeah, you do.
But anyway, look, this is a peat-reduced compost. So we have got peat in here. We have a peat-free option available if you want to go peat-free. But what we have found, and our head gardener has said this multiple times, the peat-free composts just don't do what we need them to do. No. Not yet. Maybe we'll find the right formulation in the future. And I think the one we've got is a really good one. It just doesn't do the same as the peat infused ones. Now, we have reduced the amount of peat, but we still put some in because we still get those amazing results from it. It's also got the composted wood fibre, and that's what gives it this lovely, light, open, airy texture. And just think about yourself as a root or a little seedling. Maybe people are sowing seeds at the moment. You often do. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not blooming at the moment.
But you want to put your roots down, don't you? And you want to put those roots into something that you can easily push your way through.
I mean, this is a perfect example, isn't it?
This is exactly the example.
So that's sort of what you're probably used to in that, you know, the DIY stores in those bags that often smell and leak in the back of your car. That's what your roots could be getting, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what ours can give you.
Both the plants above ground in this example look fine. But these are young plants. Wait until they get bigger. Which one's going to get bigger? Which one's going to give the most flowers? Which one's going to give the biggest and best fruit crops?
Best colour, like deeper colours.
Which one is going to be able to deal with any stress that the plant might be under? And that could be, you know, weather conditions. That could be pests. That could be diseases. The plant that's got the strong foundations of the strong roots is more likely to be able to get over any of those stresses and still, you know, survive, thrive, give you everything that you want it to give you. It genuinely makes a difference with the compost that you use. Think about what you feed yourself. If you lived on McDonald's every single day of the week...
Yes. Well, I tried, and look what happened. No. I know what you mean, though.
You got to feed yourself
It's the foundations,
stuff.
Isn't it?
And it's the same
the
for your
basics,
plants.
yeah.
You've got to feed your plants the good stuff.
Well, you know, I honestly think if you're spending so much time gardening, and you're going to be watching YouGarden TV because you're an enthusiast, and if you spend lots of time in your garden, you want to give it the best shot possible. And we truly believe that's exactly what this is. The difference that you can see, the feedback we get is phenomenal. And
it smells so good as well.
It
really does.
It really does. It doesn't smell like it stinks. Some of the stuff you get.
And it's wonderful.
Yeah, honestly, and this is delivered to your door. You haven't got to lug it in and out the boot of the car. Delivered to your door. Free postal packaging as well. So if you're a club member, all you spend today is £16.97 for two 40-litre bags delivered to your house, ready to go. So it's good for when you're planting things for the first time, when you're repotting, or just for adding and filling up beds.
Oh yeah, and that's a really good thing to be doing at this time of year as well. Adding nutrients and feeding and all that sort of stuff into your beds, into your borders, into your pots. If you're topping up your pots, you know, sometimes if you're growing things in containers, rather than fully repotting, what you can do is you can take out the top sort of few inches and put new stuff in. That then adds new moisture in, new nutrients back into the pot for you. Top dressing, it's called. But yeah, you know, adding all those nutrients back into the borders. Your plants have been flowering prolifically over the summer months. They've used up the nutrients in the ground.
They need topping up.
So re-adding compost down, replenish it. Yeah, this is a good thing to do.
Yeah, so have a look at your bed. But whilst it's here, the price per litre is one of the best we've done in recent times. Seriously, that's a phenomenally good deal, which is why we keep coming back to it. People just love it. So again, £16.97, £16.97 for two bags. Get this home, 100064. And if you're wanting to check out your baskets, we've got about an hour left or just over on the show. You want to check out your baskets. Before you do, have a look on the website. When you click live on the top right-hand corner on YouGarden.com, scroll down, you'll see all the live deals Bex and I have got here. Right here. So yeah, do shop here. Maybe going out for lunch, maybe you've got plans. Do check out these deals. By the way, before we move on to other plants, we've got to talk to you about the Strolch, because this isn't just any straw you find on like a farmyard or anything. This is completely different. There's a lot of it's like a science experiment we got
100%.
here.
So this was developed by Leeds University. It's British made, British developed, and this is a mineralised straw. So it's been through this patented process to mineralise the straw. So please don't think, as Charlie said, this is just
it's not just any straw. Absolutely not. No.
Now what this is going to do for you in your garden is multiple things throughout all the different seasons. The most important thing, I think, or the reason people go for this mostly is because of the fact that it will deter slugs and snails.
Yeah, big one.
Now, slugs and snails are a wonderful addition to our garden. We want them. They feed the hedgehogs, the birds, you know, those sorts of things.
But not around a hosta.
We do not want them around our hostas. We do not want them around our delphiniums. We do not want them around the fresh new growth that comes through.
No, you don't.
Because that is an all-you-can-eat buffet for a slug and a snail. This is a really beautiful, organic, environmentally friendly way of stopping them from getting to those plants. They just don't like it. They won't, you know, I don't know what it does to them, but they just don't like going near it.
Just gently deters them,
doesn't it?
There's
no slug,
doesn't harm.
There's no pellets, there's no poisons. We're not turning those into
They just
poison.
They just don't fancy it. Yeah.
Exactly, they just don't fancy it. And the thing is, if you're using poisons and things like that, and the slugs and snail, and then the bird comes and eats it, or the hedgehog comes and eats it, then of course, you know, it's a poison bomb for
you worry
those.
about pets and things and all sorts, don't you? Yeah.
It will also do several other jobs. So it's weed suppressant. Up to 98% it can suppress the weeds. You can add it to the tops of your pots. You can add it across all your borders. Neatens up the borders as well. It looks really pretty and nice. It can act as a water retention device. It can help to retain moisture in the ground and in the pots as well, because you put a good layer of this down, the sun isn't baking the ground, helps to retain all that moisture, hopefully meaning you water less. But it's also your duvet of protection. So for something like your salvia amistad...
Oh, a duvet. Oh, I like that.
That you're going to
nice
give...
and cosy in the winter.
Yeah,
I like
you're going to give your salvia amistad a little bit of mulch in winter to make sure it's got that extra layer of protection it might need to get it through any of the really severe weather. Stick a layer of mulch over the top or around those plants, and it's like they've got a big winter coat on.
Yeah, I like that.
So they're not going to get, frozen roots and then ultimately die off. So this is...
I like the look of it, actually, as well.
All year round.
Yeah.
It does. It looks really neat and tidy.
Neat and tidy,
Yeah.
it is. It just looks uniform. Your bed's going to look so neat and perfect with it.
Adam always talks about how if you're walking through your beds and borders, like you're doing some weeding or digging or whatever, in the wetter months, and you have to stand in your border and then your boot gets all muddy.
Good point.
This stops that from happening as well.
Yeah, so it's very neat, it's very tidy, and very, very practical too. And the price is, as you'd expect, excellent. Normally recommended kind of retail price for 2 bags, you'd be looking at £52.97. But no, in the club, it's £22.92. That is phenomenal. Delivered for that price, yeah. Type in the code YGTV4025 and use that code for whatever you're buying off this live show in the potting shed, because it unlocks the best prices, the best deals, and of course free post and packaging too. So 100, oh, you'll see that on the website. Right, we moved on. I think that was a hint, Bex, wasn't it?
I think he wants us to move on.
I do ramble. Right, okay, what I've also got my eye on is these. I've been looking for a good fern collection.
Good.
So you get a variety here then, Bex?
Yeah, you do. I mean, look, I can't guarantee exactly what you're going to get, but this one is the Chrytomium fortunei, the holly fern. I'm going to say that this one... Oh, sorry, Matt. That one is the Dryopteris Jurassic Gold that you've got there, and that one is the Asplenium.
But the difference we got here...
Yeah, and this is what I really like about it, because you have got difference between the ferns. Now, generally, when people are planting ferns, they are going to plant them in a group together.
Right.
I think it just works that way, and then you've got the contrast.
Yes, exactly. It's the contrast.
The different ferns. Now they are evergreen. There are certain ferns you can get that are, they will drop their leaves in winter. This gives you that evergreen colour year round, but it's also your problem solver for those shady spots in your garden. So
Well, I've got a corner right at the end of my garden. This is big wall that doesn't get the sun.
Yeah.
This is perfect, because I haven't got anything there at the moment. So
you need a fatsia.
This could be it. I do.
Stick a fatsia there, and then underneath the fatsia, plant your ferns, because that will absolutely fill that shady corner. There are a few plants that you can get for the shady spots in the garden. We've got the Primula viale coming up in a little while, which is a lovely flowering plant. That likes a shady spot in the garden. There are a few, but obviously there's not as many plants that will go in shade as there will in part shade or in full sun. So
it fills a gap, this as well.
Absolutely, gap fillers for those shady spots, but they are low maintenance. There's pretty much nothing you need to do to them after you've planted them. Keep them watered. They don't like to dry out, but that's the only thing. And in a shady corner, they tend to stay more moist anyway. And we were just talking about slugs and snails. Slugs and snails aren't bothered by these at all. So if the slugs and snails are a bane of your life, first of all, get yourself some strokes, but second of all, get yourself some ferns.
I've never... you're right, come to think of it. I've never heard anyone have problems with that. Yeah,
they don't like them.
Do you know what? And for £15.27, just to get a variety is lovely. You might be multi-buying this. If you've got big plans, then go for it. And it just fits. The greenery just fits with other plants, other styles, so effortlessly, doesn't it? So 560213. That's right up my street. I'm loving the sound of that.
Good.
Right, do you know what, Heather? It almost makes me feel quite nostalgic, like little walks in as a child. My family over hills in Cheshire. It was lovely. And honestly, there's so much heather everywhere. I always think of that, you know.
I always think about... I'm going to Peak District soon. I'm looking forward to it. But there's a particular walk I do along Stanage Edge in the Peak District. And I love it. And particularly at the right time of year, which hopefully when I go in October, it's going to be perfect.
Nice
and
crisp weather.
It'll be beautifully flowering. And I think it's one of the most stunning plants.
Isn't it?
It's just gorgeous. It's low maintenance. It's evergreen. You get these wonderful flowers that start from late summer but actually go through autumn as well. And then for the rest of the year, you've got these lovely, the wonderful foliage. It's relatively low growing, great ground cover, wonderful weed suppressant, simple, easy. All you've got to do is a little prune after flowering if you want. You don't have to, but just a light prune over the tops, and that sort of keeps the shape and helps it to flower a little bit better than the next year as well. And all you really need is some ericaceous soil. They are acid-loving plants, so they do like ericaceous. And you're getting 3 pots here, by the way, 3 9-centimetre pots. They are flowering beautifully at the moment. You should get 3 different varieties as well. I mean, we've got, I can't guarantee again the exact...
But they'll be different,
They will be exact. We've got H.E. Beale, we've got Annette, and we've got, oh, I don't know this one, Kinlochruel? Anyway, you're going to get 3 different varieties included in there, in the wonderful shades as well. You know, there's creams and pinks and whites included. So a great collection, and another one that is evergreen for you as well.
Well, there you go. And you've got variety for, once again, a brilliant price, £11 and 2 pence for 3 of them. Neil says, yeah, Strolch is amazing. This is on YouTube, of course. It works wonders in the garden and looks great. And also says, yeah, where's that part?
Stanage Edge.
Stanage Edge. Yeah, Neil says, yeah, it's a great walk with fabulous views.
Love that one.
Oh, I'll need to go.
It's my favourite walk that we've done so far.
On a Sunday, it's a good thing for a Sunday afternoon. That's good as well.
It's a
Saturday
big walk,
morning.
It's good though.
Maybe a bit longer. You're right, so this polyanthus now, the spring fever. If you want little pops of colour, these are so sweet. They're charming, these. The price is just phenomenal. For 10 garden-ready plants, £8.49 Bex. That is...
Yeah, it's awesome. 85 pence a plant. I mean, that's just stunning. And bear in mind that these are perennial plants. Again, pretty much once you plant them, there's very little you need to do. A little bit of deadheading will help those blooms to come through. Prolific flowering, beautiful multiflora variety, flowering for you normally between November and April. So another good one for over the winter months to give you that colour that you need. Beautiful shades of sort of yellows, creamy yellows, and into the white there as well. They like a sunny spot. But polyanthus, they can cope in a part shade spot as well. I wouldn't go deep shade, but certainly a shadier spot they can cope with. Just a simple, beautiful, easy plant. Lovely for adding that pop of colour that you want in winter time, and quite versatile in where you can plant them. So I think window boxes, little pots on tables outside, borders, you know, front of borders, because they only get to about sort of 20-25 centimetres.
Well, there we go. There we have it. So yeah, 85 pence a plant. It's just fantastic value. So there we go. 410013. How about that? We've had more emails sent in. We've got them. We're going to get them ready to send. So you can see them live on YouGarden TV. Thanks so much. I've had a sneak peek. They look fantastic. Right. OK. So yeah, they're the polyanthus. Good stuff. We've also got the pansies now. And I think if you're looking to add colour into your garden in winter, this has to be #1, I think, personally for me on this show.
Yeah, I love them. I mean,
it's so easy to look after.
They're just beautiful. And this is for making your own hanging baskets or your own pots and containers. We do have the pre-planted hanging baskets. So if you just want them, you know, ready-made, good to go to the website. You can get the pre-planted hanging baskets. But if you want to create your own displays, then this is the one for you. Now the breeding breakthrough of the trailing pansy that will flower for up to 10 months of the year, and you can treat as a perennial plant if you want to as well. The colour mix is just delightful. I love the berries and cream, but actually when you get that pop of yellow in there as well, it just, you know, it really elevates it, changes it entirely.
Well, it's an affordable way to get lots of variety, lots of colour into your garden. It really is. Once again, you might also be multi-buying it. If you've got those empty hanging baskets, or you've got those brackets down the wall in your house, or on those fence panels, any old pots,
any old pot. Just allow it to trail. This is the thing. Now, ultimately, they can get to about 30 or 40 centimetres. So I had these in pots last year. I've got pots at the front of the house where I've got my...
You'd have quite a tall pot then, would you?
You can. I mean, mine was about that big.
OK. So that would go quite far down. That sounds perfect.
They touched the ground. They touched the ground.
Oh, lovely.
By the end of summer, they were absolutely... I couldn't see the pot at all.
Really?
It was completely covered. And they did flower right through up to the end of June time. Now, that's the point where it didn't matter what I did, didn't matter how much I watered or fed, they'd run out of steam. Chopped them back. They've started flowering all again for me again now. I've also got the pre-planted hanging baskets because I'm greedy. So I've got those hanging up above them as well. I love it.
Oh, there we go. Great ideas.
Garden readies means that you can plant them out right now. You don't need to do any growing on. They are garden ready, absolutely. So with a plug plant, even with winter hardy plants, you'd still grow them on a little bit before you plant them out because they're still young, they're still babies.
Yeah.
Whereas these have been grown onto the size where they're absolutely ready to go in the garden, so there's no growing on required. And look at the root system. That is a healthy plant there.
It's fantastic.
Look at the colours.
That's 85p.
85p.
That's what it's had to be.
Look at the beautiful little faces you get on there as well. That one's a happy little one.
Do you know, these are also so nostalgic. My parents used to have pansies, right? Not training ones actually, but in the front, either side of the back door in their house. I remember that so well. Pansies, they're always up there with my favourites. I adore pansies.
Yeah.
They're so classic. They're just so happy.
Yeah.
They're such happy plants, aren't they? Again, £8.49 for a pack of 10 of them. So 4000967. We've had a busy morning. Thanks so much to all of you who's watching. We've had so many orders. It's been brilliant. In fact, Suzanne just wrote on YouTube, just got the Salvia Amistad for £11.04 as a club member. Suzanne, thank you very much. That purple, honestly, look forward to that. Thank you so much, Suzanne. Let us know how you get on. Yeah, Neil says, good choice. Yeah, I think we all agree on that. Right, so now, what also I think is a good choice is the tiny pamper, you know. This seems to be very, very popular with people.
Yeah, do you know what? It's a brilliant one. I'm absolutely thrilled with the tiny pamper. Now, tiny pampers, only gets to about 60 by 60 centimetres, and you'll be seeing all of the massive pampas grasses at the moment. I think they are stunning. I love them, but I don't have space for it.
They can be overpowering.
It's too big. It's too big for my garden. I have a regular garden. It's, you know, a rectangle of grass. It's got borders around the edge. They can dominate, can't they? Yeah. A big pampas, you know, once it's mature and established, you're talking
huge.
2 metres height, spread, sometimes a little bit more than that. And I wish I had the space, but I don't. But I do have the space for 2 of these because they only grow to about 60 by 60 centimetres. So I've got them growing in pots and containers. Now, they will establish beautifully. So I got them as 9 centimetre pots without the flowers on. Yours may or may not come with the flowers on. I planted them on the 4th of March. They have filled a 40 centimetre pot, and I've got on one of them...
This year, seriously, already?
Since the 4th of March to August, which is when I took the last pictures, 10 flower spikes on one, 7 on the other.
Wow.
Now, I know that next year it's going to be even better. I'm probably going to have more flower spikes, and the flower spikes will be fuller and fluffier.
Right, OK.
Really low maintenance.
So you've already got your money's worth already from that, haven't you?
I am so happy with those plants. Honestly, one of my favourites that I've done this year. I've got a few, but definitely one of my favourites that I've grown this year. It's low maintenance. It's really easy to grow. All you've got to do is keep it regularly watered while it's establishing. After that, it's going to be quite drought tolerant, so not one that takes loads and loads of work. The flowers give you late summer and autumn interest, and you can leave those flowers on over winter. Give the plant a little tidy up once you get to springtime, and it'll do it all again for you. Well,
there we go.
Love it.
Look forward to that. So, yeah, for £16.98 and 9 centimetre pop, enjoy it, get this home. It's been a very popular one, like I said. So 560991, that's £16.98. Right, we got lots more to get ready for. We've got just under an hour left on the show. Keep those emails coming through. But let's give you a bit of a rundown of some of your favourites so far. We've got so much variety. This, for example. Oh, by the way, you've been shopping ahead actually for this. The Narcissus, it's the Narcissus, sorry, put my teeth back in. It's the mixed miniature 35 bulbs for £8.49. That's £8.49. That is fantastic. You're saving £2. Now, how about the Sarcococca? Honestly, this is one of the most beautiful plants I've seen recently. It's evergreen. It's got the gorgeous sweet scent throughout winter, something to look forward to in the January months. It's 510579. That's £21.40. So £21.24. Right, now, how about the Rose of the Week? Look forward to these warming colours. This is the Peach Melba. It's a climbing rose, only gets about 2 metres, so easy to control. That's £15.29 as a club member. That's 531014. OK, how about the Salvia? Judging by your YouTube comments, you've been loving this. It's quite tall. It grows fast, I must say. People love it for the value too. It's £11.04 as a club member. So 560516. If you do love purple, by the way, you've got to add these into your basket. This is the Agapanthus, the popping purple. I love any Agapanthus, but if you want some more purple, then go for it. It's £16.97. It's 560963. Don't forget to add the code YGTV4025 before you check out to unlock the good deals and, of course, get free P&P. Right, the Tiny Pamper, get a pair of these in 9 centimetre pots. So you get 2 of them for, what, £16.98. As Beck said, it's compact, easy to contain, easy to look after. It's 560991. Right, now talking about all these amazing deals, the compost is an essential. If you haven't tried this before, please give it a go, because it works out one of the best prices per litre we've done recently. So for £16.97, you're going to get 2 4-litre bags, and just look forward to the difference that you're bound to see, whether it's your fruit trees, whether it's your plants. Use it indoors as well, why not? Go for it. But if you want to top up some beds, top up some plant pots, or if you just planted for the first time, this is great. It's 100064. Right, okay. When it comes to colour, when it comes to contrasting colours, honestly, I can't turn away. The tiger eye is something that's really, really beautiful, good for that compost, but have a look at this colour. It's like abstract art.
I love this one.
Specs. This is extraordinary.
I was never a big fan of violas.
No.
I mean, the thing is, they're a bit like pansy, but they're a smaller flower, so I would always go for the pansy over the viola. But
this is an exception.
This is absolutely an exception as far as I'm concerned. And listen, we all have different tastes.
Of course.
Look at the colours, look at the markings. That is a dazzling plant.
It's very special,
Every
this.
single one of them looks like that as well. Every single one has this amazing marking on the flowers.
It's like this inky black contrast
love it.
with those colours.
I absolutely love it. And the thing is, although they're smaller flowers than pansies, it's prolific.
Yeah.
And en masse, this looks amazing. I would definitely be multi-ordering these. Each one of these plants it's more upright, it's not a trailing one, but it's going to grow to about, I don't know, maybe 20 centimetres, 20 by 20. So this is going to be perfect for filling pots. They constantly flower for you from now through, a bit like the pansies again, through winter up until sort of springtime next year.
Really?
So this is going to be a perfect combination to put in. Maybe you're doing your pots with your spring flowering bulbs in. Maybe muscari. Here's a nice combination,
yes.
because I think the purple and yellow works really nicely together.
Muscari,
So
then,
you've got some
yeah.
pots with some muscari in. Plant the viola tiger's eye in the top of the pots. That gives you your winter interest, rather than having a boring plain pot over winter, waiting for those shoots to come through. You've got the tiger's eye in there, and then your muscari are going to come up, and you're going to have that wonderful purple
That's a
with
really
the yellow.
good idea, that.
So
yeah.
good. If you want yellow, plant them with. We've got them coming up, haven't we, in a little while?
Living in that one pot, there's going to be so much happening throughout
We've got
the
the
year.
dinky daffodils coming up, so you could have yellow dinky daffodils. You could create your bulb lasagnas and top it off with your viola sorbet tiger's eye,
Like
and then you've
that.
got your colour for winter, and then you're going to have flower after flower after flower popping up in springtime. I just think these are so pretty,
But
a
you're
bit unique, a bit unusual.
Already, yeah, they are. But you've got that property already, haven't you? There.
And look at the flowers just sitting
Beautiful.
upright, just hello, look at me.
Yeah, they
Again, the
are.
garden ready, so they've been grown on. They're ready to be planted out, and you will be amazed at how quickly these are going to fill out for you. Deadhead, just like you would your pansies. Give them a little feed, not as often in the winter, maybe once a month,
Slow
a little bit of
down, yeah.
blooming fast, and keep them watered. That's it.
I'm blown away by that. Honestly, it's the sort of plant that people will just, if guests in your house, they walk past, they'll pause and they'll be, what's that?
Yeah.
They'll be asking about that. Seriously, I haven't seen anything quite like that. It's like high definition on a plant petal. It's like you've got this really bright colour and a very deep inky black. So that is extraordinary.
I love that one.
We love the tiger eye. So there we go. 10 of them, is it £8, sorry, 85 pence per plant really, isn't it? So £8.49 for 10 of them. Right, we've got more to go. We've got lots more actually.
Yeah, Imperator Red Baron, the blood grass. We have got such an amazing little deal on this one for you. We've got 3 of the 9 centimetre pots, one of the most stunning of all the grasses. You know, wonderful, I think, to mix in with other grasses, but also other plants in the garden. And this is all about the colour. I mean, look at that stunning colour that you get from this, a real deep, beautiful burgundy red at this time of year. It can be a brighter red at other times of the year. Gets to about 50 by 50 centimetres. Great in the ground, great in pots. Ideally in a really nice sunny spot is where you want to plant them.
Well, Joel, we had a look at these outside the potting shed. Let's just see how gorgeous these colours can really look.
It's late autumn and we're out on the YouGarden nursery, and we just had to stop to take a look at this Imperator Red Baron blood grass. And the reason we had to stop is obvious. Look at the colour. At this time of year, you get this beautiful, luxurious, gorgeous burgundy colour from here. But actually, there's so much to look at on this plant throughout the seasons. It first of all starts off a lovely bright green. In summertime, it turns a bright blood red, particularly if you plant it in a full sun position. And you can even get tall clusters of silvery, fluffy flowers on here as well. It's a perennial that's really easy to look after. So it dies back a little bit in winter time, and then in spring, all you'll do is give it a little trim, a little spruce up, just to tidy the plant up when you see all that new growth starting to come through. It's also a plant that over the years you will be able to divide and spread around your garden. You can see why this is one of the most popular, the most stunning of all of the ornamental grasses. It's winter hardy, it's easy to look after, and it's a total stunner.
Well, they go really bright red then, actually, don't
Really beautiful
they?
bright red. They do die down in winter a little bit, so
Yes.
I'm not saying that this is an evergreen and going to look fantastic all through the winter for you. It will start to die off a little bit once we get into the colder months, but it's perennial. It comes back year after year. It's also one that will form clumps, and once these get established, I wouldn't divide these yet, and if you're going to do any dividing of plants, do it in spring anyway. But I'd let them get established, and maybe next year, in 2027, that's probably when you could maybe do a division on these, and that means you can then spread them around your garden.
It goes even further. I mean, the value is just brilliant. 3 of them for £14.42. So 560017. Love you guys chatting on YouTube. Thanks so much. Cheryl's watching, just joined us, who says, good morning. Oh, hello, Cheryl.
Morning, Cheryl.
Faye, warm welcome to you and everyone who's watching. Neil, by the way, we're looking at the tiny pampas, weren't we? Neil's got one in a pot in front of the shed, full sun, and got 10 fruits.
Yeah, you and I matched. We both got 10.
But honestly, it really
it was going to
grows
flower
quick.
this year. I kept looking at it all the way through the year thinking, is it going to flower, is it going to flower? And it got to August and I was like, no, maybe it's not. And then I got back off holiday and loads of flowers. I was like, woohoo!
Out of nowhere. Joe, if you want to experience that yourself, you can go for the tiny pampas. We've got stock at the moment on the show. Right, we got the, we've seen the Imperiata. Oh, right,
yes.
We've got the Primulas.
Primula viale, the red hot poker. Now, this is a beautiful one. I don't know why these are flowering, to be perfectly honest with you. It's not the right time. They're normally more sort of summer flowering, but hey, who cares? Things happen. And we all know we've been having things flowering at weird times this year.
It's been an unusual hot year, hasn't it, really? Yeah, my word.
It's a great plant, this one. It's got the RHS Award of Garden Merit and their badge that says perfect for pollinators. Our video from the nursery shows you exactly why this is perfect for pollinators. Look at those. A real vivid splash of colour this gives you. And it is a great one for those more shady parts in the garden. This can actually grow quite well in a slightly more shady part of the garden. I know that they're in full sun here at the nursery, but they can actually cope in a slightly more shady spot. They do go a bit dormant in winter. The leaves will die back down again, but again, this is a clump-forming plant. So one that, clump-forming plants are brilliant because it means that you can divide those clumps, normally in springtime, do your division of plants, and it means that you're getting free plants for your garden. But more importantly, you should divide them because it maintains the vigour of the original plant.
Right.
So it's important where you've got clump-forming plants to make sure you do that division. Each plant is slightly different, but if you worked on the general rule of thumb that every sort of 3 years or so, you would do that division. That's going to make sure that they keep giving you the flowers that you want them.
So deadheading and so on, that's all straightforward?
Yeah, definitely deadheading, and all you're going to do when you deadhead is, follow the stem down, cut that off. But look how strong and sturdy these stems are.
They do look sturdy. So in the wind, they're going to be quite resistant then,
yeah? I think so, absolutely.
Gentle breezes and so on. Why not? It should be fine. So £11.02. Maybe going for that one too. So 560042. It's just about 20 past 11. We've got about 40 minutes left on the show. If you are about to go out, stay with us if you can do, but just before you check out your basket, scroll through some of the deals, because I've never seen such a brilliant variety. We've always got great variety, but seriously, there's so much on the show, so please do check out the website before you confirm your orders. Right, now, talking about classics, the Nandina Obsessed. I think it's been on every show I've done here, and for good reason. I don't get bored of seeing this. I adore it.
Definitely. Just a plant that is so so versatile, easy, beautiful, suits every garden, every gardening ability, every garden, no matter where you are in the country. Now it does turn these wonderful shades. You
it's
get
my favourite bit,
beautiful bright red colours from the new growth that comes through. I love this pairing. I love the matching with the Festuca bluegrass.
Yeah.
It's just it's beautiful. Absolutely.
Well, I've already got
combo.
that. I can never pronounce that with blue.
Festuca.
I always struggle with that one, but I've got 2 of those actually. So actually, I could do exactly in that photo. I could put this behind it.
Well, look, you do get some greens on it, and you do get some reds on it. It's normally the new growth that comes through that has those wonderful red tones. The great thing is that it changes its colour depending on the season. So sometimes the red is slightly more red, and sometimes it's slightly more burgundy. But that makes it really interesting. It is totally hardy. This can cope with serious minus temperatures, and it can cope with the heat as well. When we had all those heat waves, a lot of plants suffered. This one was actually still holding itself up quite happily. I know it says it's bamboo, but please don't think that this is invasive in any way, shape or form. A lot of gardeners run for the hills with bamboo because we know how invasive it can be. Obviously, there are things you can do to contain them, but this is not a type of bamboo. It's just a nickname for it.
It looks similar.
Yeah, it's got a similar
nothing to do with
attribute,
it,
but it's not invasive. It only gets to about 1.2 metres in height. That's about 4 feet, and about 60 centimetres spread, about 2 feet. It's really well behaved. You don't have to maintain it in any way, as in no pruning required, really low maintenance. You could create a lovely sort of low-growing hedge border out of these if you bought multiples of them. You planted them about 40, 50 centimetres apart, and then you'd get a lovely sort of, they'd grow into each other and you'd get a lovely border going on. They can be a standalone plant in a pot or a border. You could surround it with other plants like that Festuca bluegrass. That would look amazing.
I've got that vision in my head now. I know exactly where this is going in my house.
So versatile, so easy, so hardy, so tough, and can cope with any area of the country. And I can't say that about every single plant, but it doesn't matter if you're South Coast or North Scotland. It's not. It's going to be absolutely fine.
And we can plant this straight away.
Yeah.
Everything on the show, you're ready to plant as soon as you get them home. And if you're ordering now, you're going to have these delivered in a few days. So £12.74. Maybe get this home. The Nandina Obsessed, the Sacred Bamboo. It's a very special one. This is 510759. We always look at that. The reason why we always have it on the show is because you just love it. It's so popular. Right now, coming up next, we've still got lots and lots more to go through. The Camps's Orange Trumpet Tree, which sounds great fun, and it is. It's beautiful colours.
Yeah, now Campsis is beautiful because you get those wonderful trumpet orange flowers, and they're quite exotic looking, very vibrant, very bright, very beautiful. And now it is a bit of I say climber. It's more of a leaner than it is a climber. It needs a little bit of support, something to lean up against. Look at the size that we've got here as well. It's amazing. Oh, and this is the display that you could be getting. The flowers themselves are quite large. They're not, I always say shrinking violet. They're not tiny.
That's really impressive.
Yeah, they're big. They're a magnet to bees and butterflies. They absolutely adore them.
So sorry, that's just the orange tree we're looking at there?
Yeah.
It looks like you've got lots more going on in there. That's just this one thing.
Stunning, isn't it? Now, bees and butterflies are going to absolutely love it. Quite a fast-growing one, quite vigorous, can get big, can get several metres in height, but of course you can prune it to maintain the size of it. It's really resistant to pests and diseases, pergolas, archways, walls, fences, those sorts of things. It needs a bit of, support to grow up against. Okay. And if you want the best flower displays, you want a full sun position.
Honestly, you just feels like you get so much going on in just that one thing.
Lovely. Do you know what? It's not one I've grown, but every time I see it, I think I should find a space for that.
Yeah, I
think
so.
Pretty.
I think so. Honestly, those pictures look fantastic.
Yeah.
So at £15, look at this. There's so much energy in that, isn't there? There's so much to keep you looking. Right, 550001. Right, there we go. Any more questions? Keep them coming through, folks, whether you're commenting on YouTube, whether you want to email us in, ygtv@yougarden.com, wherever's easiest for you. We've got some more photos we're going to be showing very soon, too. Should we do this now, actually?
Yeah.
Should we do some photos? Why not? It's one of my favourite parts of the show. But you know what? Wherever your garden, whatever styles and tastes you're into, we love sharing your ideas. It's so inspiring.
It is.
Right, now George, did we do this one? No, we don't think we did. George says, oh, here we go. Thought I would send a photo of my Miner's Miller Euphorbia. Looking good this year. I've got a silver Euphorbia. This is beautiful. Let me just tap on this. Here we go. Right. Wow.
Oh, wow. You know how much I love the euphorbia. I think it's an absolute gorgeous plant. And they look good for such a long time.
They do. I've got a silver one, actually, and it looks great. It's always got some interest there.
Yeah.
I love the Merlot.
Nice, George. And that pot is perfect combination. I like that.
Oh, yes,
that
of course.
looks really nice with it.
It does make a difference, the pot, actually, doesn't it?
It does look really good. I like that.
It's good to matching cool tones and warm tones, isn't it? I
Yeah.
think that is perfect. Honestly, thanks so much. That is beautiful, George. David's been. You've been in touch with customer service. Hope they're looking after you there, David. Anne says. Good morning, Bexon friend. Oh, hello, my name is Charlie. Great to have your company, thank you. Anne says, a bit late joining you today. Had a wander around my little garden and took some sunny pictures. My acres are still looking gorgeous. A rogue delphinium, my rose cutting has flowered, dahlias have started flowering, and even the clematis is flowering.
Wow.
Have a lovely day, Anne. Anne, this is fantastic, thank you.
Oh, lovely. We can scroll through these pictures as well. Oh, I love your tree in the background as well.
Very arty. That is
That's
brilliant.
beautiful. Like
yeah,
that.
like this. Oh, wow.
Oh, see, they look... I love pansies. They've got so much personality. Those look mad.
Yeah.
And they just make me laugh.
They do. It's happy face or sad face, isn't it?
It's happy, mad, sad.
That's a confident
I like
face.
I love them.
Confident face to be
them.
got there.
Anyone?
Oh, and these are brilliant.
Oh, yeah, begonias, fuchsias, lovely.
Yeah, is there another one? There is.
More fuchsias.
Yeah. These are, oh, wow, you've been busy,
There's your
Anne.
rose. I assume that's your cutting that's flowered, is it?
Oh, Joe, we've got a lot of people watching, and lots of people watch this on
And then
YouGarden
you've
TV.
rogue delphinium. I mean, delphinium should not be flowering now, should it? But there you go.
But there we go. They love it, don't
Love
they?
it, love it. It's like a bonus flower for you.
And we have, Keith saying, hi guys, just a pic of my shady area of hostas, ferns. Oh, look.
And the
these are brilliant.
stilbees, lovely.
Stilbees.
Dingo, let's
Dingo,
have a look
thank
in
you very
your
much.
garden.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
Wow, this, honestly, if I was here, I would just be spending ages looking at every different bit. We've got some hostas down there.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's the
What's that?
that's a Brunera.
Oh, Brunera,
That's
oh,
called
beg your
Jack Frost
pardon.
Brunera.
Beg your pardon.
You've got your ferns there, and then you've got the hostas.
Oh, right.
More fern. I love a Brunera. That looks great. Love it. That's right up your street, that.
It really is,
It's
isn't
got
it?
the kind of tropical...
Jurassic Park
Jurassic
vibes.
Park
That's what it's
vibes,
been like
definitely.
that. I love this look.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Honestly, yeah. Keith, send us more if you can. I can't stop looking at that. Ian's been in touch. He says, "Oh, here's a fern garden I made last year under a tree."
Ah, hello, Grimmy. What we got?
Oh, good idea.
Oh, yeah, nice. I love the little, animals you've got in there as well. You've got a little owl
That
and
owl.
a dog.
Does the owl and dog have a name? We need to know. That's really
Got
cool.
your fatsia in there, got your ferns at the bottom. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it's good. Honestly,
Very
ferns
nice,
are great
Grimmy,
for
very
that.
good.
You actually said, yeah, because I need a fatsia and some ferns for the corner of my garden.
it,
Yeah,
that's
honestly,
it.
that is
Fatsia and
perfect.
ferns, you sorted.
It is, Ian. That's perfect time. Thank you very much, Dean. Thanks to everyone, guys, for keeping coming through. Yeah, we've got about half an hour left on the show. We've got lots more to go through. Right, we're going to cordyline. What do we think? Pheasant berry. Let's do the pheasant berry first.
Okay, yeah, Lysosteria,
I haven't seen
pheasant
this.
berry, golden lanterns. It's a plant with many names, but it's also a plant with a lot of glorious beauty to it as well. The flowers, first of all, there's lots and lots to talk about here. So you get these wonderful clusters of sort of dangling flowers here, but you can see just inside there's actually berries that form. Now those berries start off a kind of, a burgundy colour. When they turn to a really sort of dark colour, that's when they've ripened. Now, those are fantastic at bringing birds into your garden. Birds absolutely adore them, but we can eat them as well. And they have the most delightful hint of kind of toffee or caramel flavour.
Really?
Yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy. I was blown away by the taste of them. Genuinely, it does taste like caramel. It's insane. Now, those flowers form on the plant between sort of quite long-lasting, from about June onwards, from June, July, August, into September, and we're actually in October, and they're still holding true at the moment. Looking like this on the nursery. A kind of golden glow you get to the foliage. It's not a deep green, it's a wonderful lighter green colour, so I think it's a good one for a contrast.
It's going to be handy, that, isn't it? Yeah, it is very bright, actually. I haven't thought of that.
Now, it is going to drop its leaves. It is a deciduous plant, so it's going to drop its leaves in wintertime. Has these beautiful green, quite bright green stems on there, but it will drop its leaves. It's totally winter hardy, so you don't need to worry about extra winter protection or anything like that. It doesn't get massive. It'll grow to about maybe 2 metres, and it'll do it quite quickly as well. So if you're looking for something a little bit faster growing, Lysosteria is a really good option for you. As far as maintenance is concerned, pretty simple. You can give it a little light prune after it's finished its flowering, which should happen sometime soon. Or you can just leave it alone, quite frankly. Once it's grown to its full size, then maybe just a light prune every year, because that maintains vigour of the plant and brings more flowering ability for you.
Encourages it more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Great stuff. And you know what? It's the height immediately for that. I'm just thinking of that price in a 3-litre pot for £11.04. That is well on its way.
And it's an award-winning plant as well. This has got the RHS Award of Garden Merit, so bear in mind this is a proven performer, an award-winning one that you could have in your garden. We've been bringing this to you for quite a while. Adam first brought this into the potting. I think it was Adam who first sort of extolled the virtues of this, and this was when it was still still bare of its leaves. And we've watched the journey of this plant, because we keep bringing it into the potting shed, because we all just think this is a stunning one.
Yeah, I've
started noticing them out and about now as well.
Really? So
in other people's gardens.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's lovely.
You're right about the foliage, though, because that's just got to add so much contrast.
It's got a glow to it, hasn't it?
It has. It has. And honestly, just normally you would be looking for this this kind of size, £24.99 on the walks around garden centres and so on. That's sort of the usual price. But now it's £11.04. We send it directly to you from the nursery here. So 511523. Brilliant prices all over the show. So if you want to unlock those good prices, the best deals, who wouldn't? Make sure you type in the code YGTV4025, and that will also give you free postage and packaging on anything that you're buying. If it's the hanging baskets, if it's the compost, anything on this live show, free P&P. It's brilliant. Right, I've always got a soft spot for cordy lines. Some I've got some multicolour ones, but some are just like a straight colour. But this is really interesting, actually.
It is, isn't it?
The colour here is really interesting.
Yeah, because it's got the variegation on it, and this is what makes it really quite beautiful, because you've got sort of green tones running through it, but then you've got these really creamy yellow tones, and right in the centre there's almost like a pink, salmon pink stripe that runs through it as well.
It's really special, this.
The new growth comes from that middle part, the crown of the plant, and then it splays out in this very symmetrical shape. The outer leaves, the ones around the edges, those are the ones that sort of die off and fade, and you remove those, and then it will form trunks, it will form stems. That means the plant can reach anywhere between 2 and 3 metres in height.
Right.
So you get this sort of tree shape with this wonderful symmetrical kind of sword-shaped leaves coming out the top. That's the pink stripe I was talking about as well.
Oh, I see. Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful, really, really pretty. And it does mean that it adds height into your borders. It means that you can underplant as well. So when you first get it, I mean, you can, but I probably wouldn't underplant initially. But once it's got a little bit taller, and then all the growth is coming from here, it leaves that room underneath for you to be able to, plant right up to the base, add more plants into your garden. They can be grown in the ground. A nice sunny spot is ideal for them, though I have had them in part shade, and they do fine in part shade as well. Okay. So, although it gives a Mediterranean feel to a garden. Oh, yeah. It definitely can add that. It doesn't have to be necessarily in the brightest, sunniest spot. I've grown them in part shade and they're fine. They can be grown in containers, they can be grown in the ground. So again, quite versatile and pretty tough and hardy. They can definitely cope with minus temperatures. They can go down to -6, -7. What they don't like is frost, cold, wet, sitting in the centre.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Because that's where the new growth comes from. So
because it can settle there, can't it? You don't want that.
It can, and you don't want it. So just for those days in winter, tie the plant up. Don't leave it tied up all winter. Nobody would like that. And then release it on the, after those certain days have passed. I've never had to do it with mine, to be honest with you.
But if it's getting really frosty...
But you've got to bear it in mind depending on the weather of where you are.
Of course, I think so. And if you are looking for that Mediterranean theme, this is a must. I think this is a priority for any garden with those kind of styles. But
size again for 1104. I mean, the two plants on this on these crates here. I mean, if you've got those two, that's such a big space in your garden filled, isn't it?
It is. I just love it. Anything like architectural, it's got this drama to it. It's that fanning of colour for £11.04.
Crazy.
So there we go. You're saving £7, folks. So it's 680-236. You might be multi-buying these as well. If you do, then don't forget it's still free postage and packaging. How about that? Just make sure you put the code in to get those deals. Right. Other items, by the way, you may have missed if you just joined us. The Pansy Cool Wave is... It sounds like a firm favourite of yours. These are the trailing pansies. So yes, you can have them in pots. They can reach depths of, let's say, 40 centimetres or so. So hanging baskets, absolutely perfect. So 400-967, £8.49. Now, it wouldn't be a normal week without a rose of the week, and that's the current one here. It's a peach melba, and the colours are just stunning. It's so warming. It's a climbing rose, goes up to about 2 metres, so perfect for obelisks and let's say smaller arches and so on. So 531014. You might want to multiply those if you want that symmetry, one either side of the arch, for example. Okay, more though. The tiny pamper. Honestly, if you love the look of pampas grass but you haven't got the space, this stays fairly compact, so it's easy to look after, easy to manage. It's £16.98 for club members. That's 560991. That is, honestly, I'm looking for pampas grass, but for the size alone, I'd want that. Now, why don't I want the Saka Conqueror? Why do people love this? Well, it's evergreen first of all, so you've got beautiful interest all year round. But when it comes to the colder months, particularly around sort of January, February time, when we really want some interest in our garden, then you've got the most gorgeous, sweet, almost like a spicy scent, which is perfect. That's like Christmassy, wintry kind of scents you want in your garden. That's what you're going to get from this. It's £21.24, 510579. Now, we've been very busy, and thanks for all your comments on YouTube. Wow, there's been a lot of love for this today. It's the Salvia Amistad. I don't think I've seen a salvia that can grow so quickly and so tall. You've got the most gorgeous, opulent purples here. They look, it's that, that luxurious purple. Well, that's what you got. It's 560516. Ordinarily, you'd be looking at about £15 for this, but it's £11.04. So, when it comes to planting, when it comes to planting trees, when it comes to garden maintenance, whether it's weedings, whether it's carting logs around, wood chippings and so on, we need pots. These are the heavy-duty pots. They're 30 litres, so I would say this is a good all-round size, to be honest with you. You can get 4 of them for £15.27. You've got so many drainage holes here, and you've got little channels. You see them there, the channels go around the sides, so you don't need to worry about pot feet. But honestly, drainage is something I've really learned over the last few years since I've really got into gardening. They're so important, aren't they, right? You've got that peace of mind with these. £15.27. Now, can you name a plant that I think pretty much everyone, when they're driving around, they want to pull over safely, when they're walking around, lovely country walks. When it comes to snowdrops, I think people just stop and they take a moment to appreciate that lovely carpet of colour. Here you've got that lovely crisp white against that the greenery. These look stunning. Maybe under trees in your garden. Where are you going to be placing these? Well, you've got 20 bulbs here for £8.49. I wouldn't be surprised if people were multi-buying these too. So 600128. Now, when it comes to colour, how about a nice fiery red? Well, you're going to get that. And it goes a little bit duller in the winter, but in the summer, it gets really fiery, quite bright actually. It's a sight to behold. You get 3 of them for £14.42. That's 560017. I always love Agapanthus. I love it. I've also got a Mediterranean themed garden going on. I've got a few varieties now. These are beautiful. I haven't got much purple. The purple Agapanthus, this is beautiful. It's £16.97 in the club. It's 560963. By the way, if you're not a club member, would you like to become one today? You can do. It's £10 for the year, and you can start taking advantage immediately of these amazing prices. By the way, the God Lanterns, the pheasant berry, I haven't seen this properly actually, and Bex pointed out that the depth of colour against the bright green foliage. storage. That's really, really impressive. I haven't seen these properly. I'm getting into them. It's £11 and 4 pence in the club. It's 511523. Right, we have got just over 20 minutes left on the show. Now, look, if you're spending your money, if you're spending your time looking at these beautiful plants, we need a really good compost. A compost that's tried and tested, and that's exactly where this comes in. This isn't just any old compost, is
Oh
it?
my word, absolutely not. So premium professional compost, the compost that we use here at the nursery. Now this nursery has been running for over 20 years.
Right.
You know, that's quite an achievement,
20
isn't it?
years, fair play for any business.
Quite an achievement for any business. And our job is growing, selling plants. Obviously, we buy a lot in. Don't get me wrong, we don't grow absolutely everything, but we do grow on a lot, and we do pot on a lot as well. The compost we choose to use is this one. And the reason we choose to use this one is because it's the best. It does everything that you need it to do and more.
Because obviously we want our plants to look the best they possibly can,
Oh my word, yeah. You are spending your hard-earned money on plants because it's a great hobby and because we want our gardens to look as good as they can be. So you have to start with the best thing for your plants, and the starting point is the compost. This is the most popular item today, but also every day. This is the item that we sell the most of. Now we'll give you the details of this one because we're still showing you pheasant berry at the moment. This is the 2 40-litre bag option.
We're teasing you with the details. We're teasing you. We're building up. Here it is.
And this is the results that you will get. Oh, right, okay. So this is the results underground. This is the bit you can't normally see, but you want the strongest roots.
You want to know it's there, don't you?
Indeed. This is what this compost can provide for you because it is nutrient packed. It's got all of these amazing ingredients. It's got composted wood fibre, which gives the most luxurious temperature, which allows the roots to grow, to reach for nutrients, to reach for moisture, to then form that nice strong root system. Strong roots, strong healthy plant.
Yeah,
Can't say it more simply than that.
And if you ask someone which one would you rather, I don't know who wouldn't say the top one. It gives you that peace of mind, you know. So perhaps more delicious fruit, perhaps more brighter flowers, more blooms, more of them. I think this enables you to get the most for your money, actually, with plants.
Definitely.
I really do believe that. And do you know what? If people come back to buy things more and then again and then again and then again, it means they've experienced the difference that this compost gives to them, and they want more. You know, if they buy it once, fine, they've tried it, but people keep coming back. There's so many repeat orders for this.
That says absolute loads, doesn't it?
You know?
Because if you've had a bad experience with something, you don't go back and buy it again. But when people come back time and time again and leave amazingly positive reviews, please go and check the reviews. You don't have to believe anything that I'm saying if you don't want to. Go and read the reviews that we've got on the website for this particular compost. It's amazing. I've used it myself now for many years, and as a person who used to buy the cheapest compost possible, I can definitely see the results. Absolutely. I can see the difference. I had an ailing yucca, an indoor plant earlier on this year. Wasn't looking very happy.
No.
So I repotted it in this. I promise you, within 3 days, I could see the difference. I could see how much healthy instantly. Honestly, it was amazing how quick this made the difference. Now, it's perfect for your outdoor plants. It's great for your indoor plants. The only exceptions are going to be like there's a handful, but let's say it's the ericaceous compost, the acid-loving plants.
Right.
They need the ericaceous compost.
Of course, yes.
Pretty much everything else, it's going to live its happiest life in this. It's peat reduced, so there is some peat in here, dark, light, and a renewable source of peat called sphagnum moss. It's got a slow-release fertiliser that will feed your plant for up to 6 months. It has got a wetting agent, which really helps it to soak up the moisture. Rather than it running over the top, it'll actually grab onto it and hold onto it with that composted wood fibre as well. It's pH balanced, so it's just in the right spot to be perfect for the majority of things in your garden. You do not need all of those different bags of compost.
No, you don't.
When you go and you look and you're in the DIY stores and you go to the garden
centres, one for this, one for this, and you've got half bags lying around.
It's confusing.
Yeah, it is confusing, unnecessarily confusing.
And if you don't know what you're doing, listen, I still don't know what I'm doing entirely.
Well, we always learn.
We're always learning with gardening.
Gardening's massive, isn't it?
But if you're brand new to gardening, that is a stumbling block. That makes you go, I'm not doing it. you don't want to make a decision because it's too complicated. You don't have to.
You don't want to get it wrong, do you? You don't want to end up wasting money. This keeps it easy and it delivers time and time again, because we're all thinking, right, is this worth it? Well, lots of people think so. Our customers and Sean chooses to use it. This is the one we choose. It's worth every single penny. So 2 40-litre bags for £16.97. We've had various different deals. This is one of the best ones I've seen, truly, folks. It's 100064. Try it yourselves at home, whether you've been shopping with us for ages and been thinking about it, whether you're brand new to YouGarden. Give this a go, because you're bound to be coming back to be buying more once you see the difference that this can produce. So add in the offer code to unlock the best deals, and of course to get free P&P. So if you're a club member, to be completely clear, 2 bags delivered to your door for £16.98. There's no extra cost. It's £16.98. You'll have this in a few days. It's brilliant. We're very, very proud of that.
We are.
Right, we're also proud of the tiny Pampers.
We're very proud of the tiny Pampers. One of our most popular items this year. Genuinely, absolutely gorgeous plant. Stays compact. This is not that great monster of a Pampas grass that will grow to 2-3 metres height and spread. This will only grow to 60 by 60 centimetres. Great for smaller garden spaces. Great for container gardens. I would not grow a large Pampas in a container. I think I know it's possible, but it's much more suited to being in the ground.
Do you think?
These can be grown in the ground. Yeah. That picture, by the way, is from our head gardener's garden. He has these in his garden. That should tell you something. That's his dog in the background.
Oh, look.
Or was his dog? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, these will grow for you into the most delightful plants. So you get them in now, you get them planted. It will either come with flowers on or not. I can't guarantee yours will already have flowers on. But planting now is the perfect time. In autumn is the absolute spot-on right time to get your perennials planted in the ground. It'll stay a little bit dormant over winter. You won't see much happening to it over winter, but it will be getting its roots down, and that's really important. Then when we get into the growing season next year, once the days start getting longer and it starts warming up, it can concentrate on just putting out its foliage, and then next year, next August, mine happened late August, sends up its flower plumes for you. And it will do that every single year. You can leave those flower plumes on. They give you wonderful autumn interest, winter interest. You can cut them, you can dry them, you can use them for interior decoration. And all you've got to do is a once annual tidy up in spring and it'll do it all again.
And do it again. Do you know, maybe you've always wanted that look, that glamour of Pampas grass, but haven't got the space. Now you can. Yeah. It's £16.98 for a pair of them. So 560991. Right, now, shall I look at the cool wave? The pansy, we'd be rude not to. This is that's very street. That's very cool.
That's very cool wave for you.
That's your everyday wave. That right, down with the kids there. Right now, talk about cool waves. Though the pansy's also very popular.
Yeah, every year this is so popular because this is what's going to give you that winter colour, but also the spring colour and also the summer colour, because this is going to flower for you for up to 10 months of the year, flowering from now right the way through all of winter, all of spring, and up to probably the end of June.
I can't believe that. It's not often you can say that.
It's amazing.
10 months
It's
of flowering.
absolutely amazing. And it's a breeding breakthrough. Plus, it's going to trail for you about 30 or 40 centimetres. Perfect for hanging baskets. Great for pots and containers. You can see that these are wonderfully healthy plants. They are garden-ready plants, which means that you can plant them straight out into the garden. You don't have to do any growing on at all. They can go straight into your pots, straight into your containers, straight into your hanging baskets, and then they're going to give you this wonderful colour for up to 10 months. All you've got to do, deadhead, feed, water. Feeding is only about once a month over the winter months. Deadheading on a semi-regular basis. You can do a little bit every day or once a week. Just take all those deadheads off. That keeps it flowering for you.
I'd honestly want those to hang in baskets. I really would. Because do you know when you go to like really nice country pubs or like nice stately homes like buildings and hanging baskets, honestly, they just transform it. And it's such a cost-effective way of just adding so much wow to your home. And that sounds a bit cheesy, adding wow, but it truly does. The difference is incredible. So yeah, get the plants ready for maybe hanging baskets if you choose to put them in there for £8.49. So 400967. We've already got hanging baskets pre-filled actually on the website. So if you want to buy some all ready to go, then you can do. Right now, the polyanthus, the spring fever, 10 garden-ready plants here is They're just so sweet. These are charming, I think.
They are very charming, very sort of traditional, I think. But I hope you think that's a positive, because I do think traditional can be, you know, an absolute positive.
Yeah, well, there's old-fashioned, but then there's traditional, isn't there?
That's
this is
different,
properly
isn't it?
traditional. This is lovely. Timeless, I think.
Timeless classic. There you
That's
go.
the
That's
one.
a nice
That's
one.
the one.
Now, these are perennial plants, so they'll come back for you year after year. They're very prolific in their ability to flower. They don't get massive. They get to about 20-25 centimetres. You get double flowers on there as well, so layers of petals, beautiful shades. I mean, yellow during the winter months, I think that really does stand out. On a grey day, yellow looks amazing. Flowering for you between sort of, well, they've started now. Normally we'd say from about November, but there is a flower poking up on this one. But anyway, between November and April, you'll have those gorgeous flowers on there. A sunny spot or a part shade spot is absolutely fine. A little bit of deadheading will keep those flowers coming through for you. Great for different places in the garden as well. I mean, like pots, containers, window boxes, you know, borders, definitely front of borders, because they're nice and low growing.
I think so, John. For £8.49, 10 of them. That's 410013. Right then, how about another classic?
Yeah, heather, absolutely. So 3 of the 9 centimetre pots, different varieties you're getting there. So that's one of them that you're getting. Beautiful shades of sort of creams and whites and lovely pinks included. A slightly sort of blush pink and a darker pink there as well. They're evergreen. They're wonderful for ground cover. They're exceptional regardless of the season, because you've got that evergreen foliage, and then you've got the flowers that appear late summer going into autumn. All they need is once annual prune, and I would do that after the flowering periods. Just give it a light trim over. That maintains the shape, gives it a little bit more energy for the following year, and they need ericaceous compost. So make sure you've got acid soil, or grow them in pots and containers.
Right, well, there we go. And it's £11.02. So 511622. If you're looking for heather, then you got sorted there. You might be multi-buying this if you've got big beds and big plans for it. Now, honestly, I would look for some good fern collections. This is great. So you're going to get variety. Contents will vary, but you're going to get 3 different ones.
You'll get 3 amazing ferns, basically. Now, ferns are your problem solver for your shady areas, but they're also low maintenance and pest-free. So slugs and snails don't tend to go for them. I always say this, and I think it's because they are the most ancient plant on the planet. You know?
It's good to have those in your garden.
Yeah,
it's amazing
really
good. They are. They're ancient. The people just love them. They just fit in so easily.
Yeah, and the thing is, they can grow in pots and containers. They can go in the ground. They can be grown in more sunny spots as well. We always talk about them being a shade-loving plant, but they can actually grow in more sunny spots too.
Nice.
But I just think that the value of them is in planting in those shady spots, because it can be tricky to fill those. And we don't want the rest of our garden looking amazing and then that shady corner looking rubbish.
Which your eye goes to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you've got beds with some taller plants. You could put them underneath them, couldn't
Absolutely, yeah, it's great. I love the idea of these. If you've got a lovely tree log like a Dixonia, and you've got a nice mature established
now
one,
we're talking.
then around the base of that would look really pretty as well, wouldn't it?
And if you've got like palms and so on, that's going to look great.
Totally.
There
can be so much interest in your garden from foliage. Now, flowers are amazing, and of course we want to put flowers in our garden, but foliage can actually be really quite visually amazing.
Shapes they can be. It's the shapes. It's different tones of green. There's something just so fresh and pure looking about just fern, isn't there? I love it. So £50.27. Club price 560213. We're big fans of the fern.
Definitely.
We really, really are. But you can see we're big fans of the compost too. So 2 40-litre bags. Well, honestly, wherever it is you're planting, whether it's the salvias, they've been very popular. Where they got the Cocker, that's also very, very popular on the show too. This is going to be absolutely ideal. So it's the premium professional compost. It's the 2 40-litre bags. It's 100064. YGTV 4025. There we go. That unlocks all the best deals, and of course it gives you free postal packaging. So it's a great time to watch. Don't forget, we're here every single Sunday morning, every single Thursday morning. You get free postal packaging. We're very proud of that. It's great. It's really good. Right. Okay. The Tiny Tales.
Yes, the
it's
one
still
that
my
Charlie
number one,
wants to take home with him.
It's my number one. This of the show. Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah.
Beautiful pedicecum, just a stunning grass for your garden, basically. So a wonderful, addition to any garden, whether you're looking for a low maintenance garden or you're just looking for something that's going to look great. all summer long. Now, it starts with those flower plumes in summer. They start out a really sort of rich pink colour, and they will fade. They go through to this lovely sort of biscuity tan colour that you can see, but you get that gorgeous colour combination there, only reaching about 50 centimetres in height and only spreading by about, you know, sort of 30 centimetres, so not much bigger than the plant that you're actually going to receive. So I think that's amazing for your £18.69. Perennial, easy to look after, winter hardy, but I would pick a sheltered spot in the garden for it. It can definitely cope with some frost if you're living in the really freezing cold areas of the country. Just, you know, think about growing it in a container to move it.
I get you, yeah.
Most areas you're going to be absolutely fine. You know, don't worry too much about it. But just pick a nice sheltered spot in the garden. A sunny spot would be perfect for it. I was blown away by it. That's why I bought one and got one in my garden.
It's the colours. They're quite subtle sometimes
Beautiful.
throughout the year. And it's so stunning. I just love the movement of
I like
grass.
the dark foliage as well.
It is. So that's a perfect example.
Yeah.
So it can stay at that sort of size for a while, don't you
Yeah,
think?
definitely.
So you can make plans easy. You haven't got to keep moving things around. That's just perfect. So £18.69. So there we go. It's 561370. Right, we've got the Narcissus. We've got the bulbs.
The lovely little daffodils
Love the
for you.
daffodils.
So these are the dinky daffodils. These are the little shorter ones. My favourite of all of the my favourite of the daffodils are the dinky ones.
They're cute, aren't they?
Very, very cute.
They're
and
so
also,
adorable.
you can plant them in lots of different places. So, for example, look, we're given the idea of a rockery here. I don't think I would put tall daffodils in a rockery, unless it's a massive rockery. I'm thinking about my mum and dad's one. They've got this lovely little rockery. Tall daffodils in there would look out of place, but the dinky ones would look amazing.
Yes, you're right, because you've already got the height. Yeah, I know what you mean.
It would look weird.
It would look weird, yes.
So I think in the top of hanging baskets, for example, if you've got your trailing plants around the edges...
You wouldn't want high ones
You
there.
wouldn't want tall ones there. You'd want these. But likewise, you can plant these in exactly the same place as you would put the tall ones. You know, you can create lawn drifts, you can put them in your borders, you can grow them in pots and containers. You're going to get a mix included in here. So you could get the very traditional trumpet-style ones, or you could get those wonderful spiky ones, which I think are called Rip Van Winkle, which are a little bit different to, you know, your sort of classic, traditional daffodil varieties. They will all come mixed in one big bag, so you're just going to plant those out and wait for spring. They will naturalise, they will multiply, and this is the beauty of daffodils. Of all the spring bulbs, tends to be one of the most prolific at being able to naturalise and multiply.
Really?
Yeah.
And again, it's only going to cost you $8.49.
Yeah,
How
for
delivered?
35 bulbs.
I
That's
know,
stupid.
delivered for that price. So I would snap this one up. It's 600317. Thanks so much to everyone who's checked out the baskets. We've had a busy show, guys. Seriously, what a way to start Sunday. Right, we've got snowdrops coming up next.
Yeah,
has to be a favourite. One of the most universal plants, I think.
Definitely. Award-winning with the RHS Award of Garden Merit, one of the earliest of your bulbs to flower. Definitely worth putting the effort in now and getting those bulbs planted. These can be flowering from January, and I just think those tiny little flowers that poke up and they've got those wonderful nodding little heads.
Yeah.
When the frost is on the ground, when the ground is still frozen, when there's snow on the ground and these wonderful snowdrops poke their head up, they're so brave, they're so beautiful, and as you say, universally loved. Everybody loves seeing snowdrops. And these, again, will naturalise. You've seen them, haven't you, where you get, you know, snowdrops and bluebells, and they've all just naturalised beautifully, and you get so many drifts of them happening. Great under trees, great under bushes, great through lawns. You know, there's
under
trees, so many places you can plant them.
Honestly, they're so that people just appreciate snowdrops all over the place. Have them in your own garden. So it's a wonderful thing. It's £8.49 again for 20. So it's 600128. How about that? We've got about 4 minutes left.
I know.
It's flying by. Right, the agapanthus. We've got to give a mention here.
The agapanthus poppin purple. Now, we've got so many different varieties of agapanthus. The reason you're going to go for the agapanthus poppin purple, though, is because this is a reblooming variety. So I think you're going to get a longer flowering season from popping purple. It can flower for you between June and September. As you can see, there's still flower spikes. I know they're starting to go over, but there's still some flower spikes. There's still some interest. In fact, this one's still waiting to open up on these plants here, reaching about 60 centimetres in height. They are winter hardy, but I always recommend mulching agapanthus. They can cope with some minus. They can go down to sort of -5, -6, but just put some mulch around them. Or if you're growing them in pots, you can wrap the pot, that sort of thing.
Just a little bit,
Just a little bit of protection. Obviously, it depends on where you live. You know, it's rare it gets down that cold where I live, but just bear that in mind. Keep the roots restricted. That's how you encourage the blooms to come through.
I'm going to take that home in that knowledge today. I'm really pleased you said that.
Good.
Yeah, that restriction.
Listen, I've learnt myself. You know, this year was the first year I got my agapanthus to flower because I've made the mistakes, and this is the great thing about gardening. You have to make the mistakes to be able to learn what to do.
It's a learning thing, and then it gets even more satisfying.
It
doesn't
does,
it?
absolutely. They don't want the nutrient-rich compost. They like poor soil, and they like to have their roots restricted. If you don't do those things, then what they'll give you is loads of foliage and no flowers. And what's the point in that?
Honestly, you're right. I've got loads of foliage on one of them in the larger. Honestly, it would make sense, doesn't it?
It became a running joke here in the in the potting shed that I could not get the agapanthus. Everyone had been
the bane of your life.
All the viewers were sending them pictures of their agapanthus flowering. Going, sorry, Bex.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. Well, Joy, let us know how you get on.
I did it this year.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's been a good year for agapanthus. So it's £16.97. So it's 560,963. That's beautiful. Joy, we've had people coming to you on YouTube again. People love that compost. Suzanne actually says, "I'm a proud compost snob."
Yes,
and
Suzanne,
so you should be. We're all proud. Welcome to the compost club we should have. Neil says, "So am I." Yeah, it's great stuff, isn't it? You can buy today. Anyone else watching? Great deal on the compost. We are very also proud of this. This is a very popular rose. This is Rose of the Week, actually.
Yeah, Rose of the Week, but also a proud winner of Rose of the Year 2023. We bring you Rose of the Week because we've got so many roses, we want to showcase them all. But there is a very official award called Rose of the Year, and this won it in 2023.
How about that?
Let's have a little look at those flowers, though, shall we? Because those are absolutely stunning. Peach Melba, what a great name when you look at those colour combinations. I really like this because you've got so many different colours all on the same plant. Each flower is very unique, very different as it goes through its sort of process of bud to bloom to fade. You're going to get constant different colours, beautiful pink outer edges, golden peach centres, a nice scent on this one as well. I'm going to say medium strong scent you get on here, and a slightly shorter climber than others, reaching maybe about 2 metres. Still needs something to climb. Archways, pergolas, obelisks, sheds, walls, fences, those sorts of things. Give it some support. A little bit of deadheading throughout the flowering season, anywhere between sort of May to October, roughly, is when you'll have all of those flowers on there. Trim off the deadhead flowers, and that will keep it blooming for you.
Joe, I think when it comes to colours, I'm always attracted to like the warmer tones like this, like the peach melba. I find them just so inviting. There's a very welcoming kind of colour. So maybe it is an archway, perhaps, to your garden. And actually, you raised a good point earlier, Bex, that normally one of these are around about £30 mark.
Yes.
So you can get 2 for pretty much the same price, about 60p in it. So actually, it's not far off for the price of what one would normally be as a recommended retail price.
You do sometimes need 2 because you need them to go either side of the archway or the pergola.
Yeah, you do. So if I seem a bit distracted, for 2.5 hours I managed to not bang my head on the basket. And the last few seconds I did. But it's only fair, I think, we finish here because this is always like the biggest selling item, I think.
By far the most popular item of the show today, and we often say there are 2. I mean, we sell this all year round, but there are 2 key points where we sell the most of this compost, and that is spring and that is autumn. And it's because there's so many planting jobs that we're doing at those 2 different times of the year. Now, we've talked a lot about how autumn is the best time to, prepare the ground, get your perennials planted. You're planting up your spring bulbs. You're getting your pansy cool waves and everything going in. So this is why compost has been the most popular. Plus, we do have an amazing price on this, so it's well worth stocking up. It's the best compost you're ever going to use. If you've never used it before, please just try it. Check the reviews and give it a go. You'll be blown away by the results that you get from it. Your plants will be better, stronger, healthier, give you more flowers and bigger, better crops of fruits and vegetables as well. It has got peat. It's peat reduced. We've got dark peat, light peat, sphagnum moss peat, which is a renewable source. Peat is a really good growing medium for plants. We know there's environmental concerns. We've reduced down the amount of peat that's in here. There's also environmental concerns with using peat-free because it tends to be coir-based, which is from coconuts. We don't grow coconuts here. There is mass planting of coconut farms, which decimates rainforests.
Of course,
Also, there's a footprint to getting that coconut,
yes,
cocoa
of course,
fibre over here. So there's arguments either side. Anyway, we've reduced the amount of peat in here. We've got composted wood fibre, which gives it this amazing texture. We have got a slow-release fertiliser in here as well. It is premium ingredients with professional results.
Well, do you know what? It's been a brilliant show, and thank you so much. And we're so excited for people who are trying this for the first time, because honestly, the results you're going to get. Well, what a show. Thanks so much, Bex.
It was a pleasure. I loved it. Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, and Joe, we've got so much
you.
variety. Honestly, these grasses and the tiny pampa I've got us right up my street. I'll be back very soon. You're on this afternoon on TikTok?
From 1ish, after we've had some lunch and sorted out the shed.
Well, and of course, you can look forward to YouGarden TV coming up this Thursday. So every single Thursday, every single Sunday morning. Thanks everyone on YouTube and for your emails, and we'll see you very soon. Have a lovely rest of your day. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.